easily removable.
Oh yeah.
What's not removable is the juicy sentiments that we have for the nubile ever in Hong Kong.
Can't keep us down.
Can't keep us up. I don't know where's this going, Raffy?
I don't know.
Help me.
Yes.
Help me.
We truly. This one is for our.
This one's for you.
This one's for you, Samson.
This one's for you, Samson.
We're just wherever you are right now.
Wherever you are in Hong Kong.
Wherever you are in Hong Kong.
Whatever you're doing.
Whatever you're doing.
I just saw you post a Disneyland photo.
Right.
You better talk about that next week.
Just know that we are thinking of you.
Raffy?
And
Raffy?
Yes?
You think he would wreck it?
He'd probably wreck it.
He'd probably wreck Hong Kong.
Dude, yeah.
Fucking the whole.
Who are we talking about
Dude,
here?
it's fucking Samson.
It's fucking Sam.
He fucking wrecked it.
Nubile all day.
Fucking wreck.
He'll wreck that shit all
Big
day.
wreck. Big wrecks.
Big wreck.
Big
Yeah.
wrecks.
You see that Mickey Mouse? Oh, fucking wreck that shit.
Yeah, fucking wreck that.
Yeah.
Fuck you fuckers.
Not bad. That's not bad. It's a good bit. It's a good bit. It's a good bit. It's a good bit. It's a good bit.
Gosh, Samson. It's me, your friend, Goofy. Yuck.
Yuck. Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Surfboard. Surfboard for deck box.
You want to put some Tolarian tunes on this in the edit? I have them
Won't we
all.
get copyrights?
No, that's copyright free.
You know
Royalty
why?
free.
It's Kevin MacLeod's
It's Kevin MacLeod.
song.
Yeah, it's Kevin MacLeod.
No, my brain.
What about the imagery of the light?
Brazier, Shan?
No, yeah, that we can't use.
He's
because
just
it's an
one
audio
man.
format. It's an audio format.
We're 4 people. we can
We can take him.
We can take
He
the
can't
buff.
even rip a sleeve with his two
Yes.
fingers.
Adjunct professors.
We're coming for you, Professor.
So, see. See.
Welcome everyone to Good Chance Speaking.
You're
The show where we punch each other with stories and everyone takes damage.
So much
situated in your favorite Hidden Leaf Village.
True.
I mean, I want to go to that hidden roller coaster village,
I mean,
like the one from that image.
Hidden roller coaster image?
yeah, dude.
You know how like when you ride a roller coaster or
Yeah.
one of them jungle log jams.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then they take your picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were like
Yeah.
I shared a photo of like a bunch of friends all in Naruto headbands doing
Except
fucking
for
hand
that
signs.
one guy.
Except for the one guy who happened to get on this log jam ride with these fuckers. It's really great. Really great.
My favorite one is still the dudes with playing GameCube and Smash.
Oh yeah.
And they brought like a fake TV too.
Bagong mecha series, so.
Bago Mecha
Iron
series.
Saga.
Okay.
Iron Saga.
Is Chad aware that
It's a
we're
game pala,
on?
sorry.
Is Chad already
Oh, is it
making
on?
recommendations?
Wait, is it on?
We've
He's
been on
physically
for like
showing us his phone.
we've been
I
on
know.
for like 10 minutes, Chad.
Everyone knows.
2.5.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone who listens to Good Trades know that we open the show by making Hidden Leaf Village sounds.
And recommendations
Oh, no.
by showing each other our phones. That's what we do. That's what we do here.
What I'd like to see from Hidden Roller Coaster Village is what their Mount Rushmore thing is like. Are they just different roller coasters?
Yeah, it's just different roller
The roller coaster goes through it, right?
Oh, yeah. There you go. You have their 4 Hokage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
George Washington.
George Washington. Yeah.
A fan of roller coasters.
Yeah.
Notorious fan of roller
George
coasters, George
Washington.
Washington.
Denzel Washington. Who else? Who else we got?
Cruella de Vil.
I've run out of Washingtons.
And then...
And T-Pain.
it's-
Notorious roller coaster fans.
That's the new art for this show.
Nice.
Anyway, as I've said earlier, this is Good Trades Brigade. We're a show where everyone takes damage and we punch each other with stories or something or other.
Yeah.
I am your host, Raffy, Muscle with the hustle, bustle, rustle, fussle. Oh,
The ley line man himself.
Raffy, ley lines.
Comes into play if
Tasty.
it's in your opening hand.
Yes. Yes, Raffy
I
does
like that.
that.
You win the game.
And then over to like, what is this degree?
What is
Around
this orientation?
100 at the latitude 21 by 62.
Counterclockwise.
271 degrees.
I'm thinking 165 degrees.
Yes.
Raffy. Yes.
Oh,
If you do that,
No, by Raffy's perspective.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
yeah,
It's making less
that's-
sense the more we go on.
No, yeah.
Right. Somewhere around that area, you may find the Cybertronian dream.
Nice.
Migoy.
Which step comes first in our show? The damage or the story step?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's this.
If you're like me, I just go all over.
Here's the
that shit.
thing. No matter what phase you're in, you're always taking damage.
That's true. That's true.
That's
That's
That's our ley line.
Yes.
And if you open up like the old statue by the museum, crack open the nose and pull out the note and see the coordinates, you may find Emile Tanglao Fishmaster Podcast.
Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Contemplate.
That's the other show.
Wait,
Yeah, that's
also
a-
hold up. Was that a Richie Rich reference?
No, that's a National Treasure.
National
reference.
Treasure.
Oh, it's
National
even
Treasure.
worse.
National Treasure. I was actually thinking of Richie Rich since we were talking about Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
yeah.
There was
But-
a nose in that.
Yeah, there was a nose in that. Hello, everybody. I'm Emile, and this is the Good Trades. Yo, Raffy, maybe
What's up?
you'd like to introduce something. If the eagle-eared, if the eagle-eared listeners have been eagle-earedly listening, they might have noticed the absence of a nubile present, nubility.
Yeah.
Nu-
Nobility.
yeah, an absence of nubility in the
Oh.
room.
Yeah, the Samson
wanna-
is out.
I want to know if
Samson-
that's even a word.
No, it's not.
Nobility.
It's not.
TM.
Yeah,
Sounds
That's
like
it.
a real
I
word.
coined it.
Yes.
Right now.
Nah, please proceed. Please forward all royalties from this
Yeah.
usage.
Every time you use nubility, that's
Yeah.
me.
You credit it to Good Trades Brigade. at
So
patreon.com.
what has entered the void that Samson has left today?
Oh,
Since
the
he is in
void.
the Hong Kong.
Oh, the void has been filled. The void has been filled, my friends, opening up from the plane of
Chadnica.
Chadnica.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
The newest planeswalker in the room, Chad Ramos. What's up, baby?
What's up, guys? I'm from Republic of Chad.
Republic.
Oh,
With
that's an
only
actual
4
country.
people
Is it
from
really?
Yeah.
representing the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
Really? What?
You're in the Olympics,
didn't know.
though.
No, I did not know.
The Republic of Chad
Yes,
is an
man.
actual country, and when they went to the Olympics, they only had 4 people.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What were their events?
Very small.
What were their events?
I don't
Forgot.
know. Like maybe strong stuff.
Foosball.
Strong stuff.
I mean, like if we're gonna go with the Chad
Probably
like
magic.
theme, right?
What would be your top 4 events, Chad?
Yeah, Chad. If you were to enter in the Olympics, what events do you think you would perform best at?
Probably Ingress and Egress.
That's pretty good.
Ingress and egress. Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Chad, my man here, events handling. Look him
Guys,
up.
I'm just a guest NPC
Yeah,
here.
yeah, look him up.
I
look
love
him
you,
up.
my dude.
Uh-huh. So, Raffy,
Alright,
what do we
yeah.
have for this episode of the Good Trade?
I think the biggest thing that happened is the thing we just came from right now,
Yes.
which is M20 pre-release.
M20. For our not so magically inclined people,
Yeah.
what does M20 mean?
Metal.
No.
No.
sorry.
No, don't teach them wrong.
Magic the Gathering Corset 20.
Yes.
Yes.
Corset
that's-
2020, my
It's gonna
friend.
be one of them episodes where we tell you about our PR fun, like our PR fun times.
PR.
It's
My
the
voice cut
season
out
for pre-releasing.
Yes. How was your PR, boys?
So
Who
wants
has to start?
I mean, you were there.
Dude,
Dude,
You idiots.
Dude,
We all
we were
were.
all there.
That's right. All right, let me start. Okay, let me just tell you the story of this time where I almost went 4-0. I was never defeated this whole time. Three
As in,
rounds.
not even a single
Not
match.
even a single
Oh
match.
man,
I was not
2-round
defeated.
wins.
And then a hero came forth to oppose me.
So that was 6 wins in a row, and then
and
Someone
then suddenly, Emile.
we
The
get
great
paired up for
evil
the
of
final
darkness.
match.
yeah.
Mr. Nubil Tanglao.
Nubil?
Nubil?
No.
no.
That's not how you use it. I would know.
Nubile appropriation.
Yes.
Nobility.
Yes. He comes in by rolling his face. He just destroyed
did
my
he
streak.
have flaming eyebrows?
Yes. No, at this point I was Aku.
No,
Oh, you
yes,
were
I
rocking-
was the samurai.
He was the samurai.
Raffy was rocking that. Is it?
Yeah, I was
the spirit.
I was repping our boys' colors, you know.
Yeah, dude.
Actually,
Nubile colors.
what was everyone repping first? I went with instincts and went demure.
Dude, we all rock blue.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
had to
did.
channel the boy.
Yeah, we had to channel the Samson boy.
What were your colors, Shadow?
I think I use red, black, and blue.
Red, black, and blue. That's some Grixis, right?
Grixis.
That's some
Colors.
Grixis. You see, the is it still there? So we're thinking about you,
We're
man.
thinking about you.
With
Samson.
Rizit.
We hope you recover soon from your Hong Kong.
Wet
What does
Rakdos.
that mean?
Wet
Oh,
Wet Rakdos.
Wet Rakdos. Yeah, so I built this like killer deck. I feel like
It was really good, man.
I feel like it was really good.
What was
like,
the theme of your deck?
the theme was it was basically just flyers because me and Emile know this truth about Corset. This is where all the basic bees come.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Not
flying is like God.
Flying is like a
Flying
superpower.
in general in limited is really strong.
It's a
really strong.
superpower. It's a superpower.
Evasion, baby.
So like I was building this Selesnya deck at the start and I was like, no wait, what am I thinking? I look at all my cards and then like I start seeing like flying everywhere. Oh, I'll just put this all together. And then like I start seeing also like elemental gets +1/+1 elemental. Oh,
There's a lot of those in that.
cheeky. And then it doesn't hurt that my two big planeswalker pulls were Muyan Ling, who makes an air elemental basically.
Yeah, she makes
and
a
makes
4/4
people
bird.
fall out of the sky.
Yeah.
Control air superiority.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Dad did it. That's how America does it, and that's
Happy 4th of July, America.
Happy 4th of July.
yeah. And then Chandra makes 2 elemental tokens, like the
Right.
rare Chandra is cool. So yeah, I steamroll through everyone. I have a good time. Right?
6 straight wins.
Yeah. And I wasn't even like thinking that I'd do this because I was really apprehensive about my deck. It was like when the dude called like 4 minutes na lang. That's when I began to see the light. Like so, I put all this stuff together. If it had elemental on it, I put it in my pile, put the lands in, and then okay, let's go.
No, we had the same situation, Raffy.
Yeah.
Because I remember when we had 4 minutes left for deck construction, neither of us checked our mana curves.
Right.
Neither
we just
of us.
put it in there.
Yeah, we just
right?
put it in there.
It'll work itself out.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
limited.
yeah.
So yeah, I had fun doing that. Like even my first game against Emile,
Yes,
I threw
you
out
did.
a bunch of flyers,
You did, and I couldn't do anything about it.
and then how he got to me, like why he got in my head, was when fucking
The second game.
The second
That's
game-
when I turned it around.
he was like, oh, play ko ba to? Should I play this? Oh, I don't think I like my chances. And then he was
Bad
like, he was
hand.
downplaying his hand.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a bad
Bad
hand. I think I'm like mole and stuff like that, to that effect. So I was getting all confident. Like it was working basically because he was working me, and and all I had in my hand was like 5 lands and like Muyan Ling and like a sleep paralysis or whatever. So
Right.
if I got Muyan Ling on 3rd turn,
You destroy me.
it's basically
Yeah.
I've won
Yes,
from that.
basically.
Yeah. So I was very confident. Oh, he doesn't have any early turn plays. Oh, we're about to get to 3.
Look at him passing his turn.
Yeah, he's passing his third. He's also, why did I play this? And then I cast turn 3 Muyan Ling. He goes, I got you, bitch! And then convolute. and
Counter spell.
Counter target spell and let's pay 4. Of course, they have 4. My Muyan Ling, the only non-land card in my
The
hand,
non
got countered, and then I had
Immediately
nothing
destroyed.
basically. I think he followed up with like a discard a card or
Yes,
something.
yes.
Oh, the one that exiles from your hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you exile from your hand, and then after that, I countered your next spell as well.
Yeah, he had like 2 counters, and then I wasn't able to recover from that.
It's pretty bad. Dude,
And everyone in the shop kept laughing. Like,
no, yeah, because like I did not expect anything from it. Like
Yeah.
because I had a bunch of because throughout the whole PR, none of my counter spells ever reached my hand. As in, that was the first time they reached my hand, and I was like, maybe this will work. Yeah.
Was
yeah,
that the
yeah,
reason why you kept like they're finally here?
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, my 2 counter spells. This ain't so
Sana
good.
wala siyang turn 1, turn 2 play.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, no. Let it be a good turn 3 for Raffy. Let me ruin it.
I thought I was gonna light. He was near pala or someone. Who was the guy who actually killed Light?
Oh, see.
Sweets boy, whatever.
Yeah.
That guy. And then I just couldn't handle it. After I couldn't process.
You
or
got
I wasn't
tilted.
able to.
You got
I
tilted. You got
And
tilted.
then I suddenly become quiet.
Oh no.
It's weird. Here's something I noticed about me. I'm really kind of I talk out loud when it's deck creation.
No, yeah, you
But
do.
you
When
do.
I'm playing, I feel super like quiet.
Yeah, you
I
are.
rarely talk.
No, you talk when you're feeling yourself.
Yeah.
When it's bad
think
beats,
so.
you tend to quiet down.
Yeah. That's true. I gotta work
Gotta
on my
work on that
tells.
poker face.
Mm.
So yeah, that
Say
we
nothing.
ended up. What's our score? Oh, I don't even remember how our third match.
Our third
Emile
match.
took the third one.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
took the
that.
third one.
Yeah,
I took
yeah.
the third one.
1-1 kayo, di ba?
Oh, I think it was another crucial murder. Murder has been the
Yes.
story of pre-release.
Yes, crucial murder.
Yeah, and then like murder is power basically.
Burger
Yes.
Shiro.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a crucial murder that happened, and then you just steamrolled. I couldn't get over
No,
that.
so because of that, you got 3 wins, 1
Yep.
loss, and
Yep.
I also got 3 wins, 1 loss. What are your records, boys?
Yeah.
I was rocking a 2-2.
2-2. What
Solid
about you, Chad?
2-2.
You got 1, 2, and then 1 bye.
1-2, 1 bye. Okay, cool. Like overall, what were your feelings on pre-release, boys?
Anyone else take it?
Fun, dude. I had a good time. Like, would you like to go through your decks first?
Okay, so
You just talked.
for me, my deck was Demir, and it was just a whole bunch of bombs.
Yeah.
No theme. The theme was bombs.
the theme was
This is
bombs.
big dudes.
The theme was bombs. I had like one of the Cavaliers. I had
the guy.
I had
think
that
it's good.
5/5 flying Cavalier for
Yeah.
blue, and I also had that fucking giant dino from black. that
Rotting
makes-
Regisaur.
Yeah, Rotting Regisaur, and that's the one that it's like a 7/6, but
For 3.
7/6 for 3, but at during your upkeep it makes you discard a card.
Right.
And like it only screwed me up in my first match because the guy I was fighting was like, "Ha, I've got you, pacifies it," and he's just like, "Now you just gotta discard the card every turn. What you gonna do?" And I had to murder it. I had to take it behind the shed myself.
You old yellered him.
Yeah, I had to old yeller this fucking dinosaur, or else it was gonna cost me. But I never recovered. I used
Yeah.
too much of my power to put my own dinosaur out of his own misery. But yeah, mostly my deck was just bombs, as in good stuff. It's good stuff. The deck.
Right.
Yeah,
And did it function properly outside of that particular moment?
it did because like the weird part about the deck I assembled was there was no theme. It was only bombs, and for some reason, whenever I fought someone, only one aspect of the deck would show up. Like during my first match, only the dinosaur showed up.
Okay.
And that was the one fucking him up. And because we were noisy, the rest of the store thought I only had a dinosaur. So during my next match,
39 lands in a dinosaur.
yeah. So during my next match, the guy was like, dinosaur. Like he was saying like,
Right.
what can I do about that dinosaur?
Yeah.
Dinosaur never shows up. It's my flyers. Like I run him over with my flyers, and he's like, I can't do anything.
Yeah,
I win twice in a row. Next guy, he's like, okay, this guy's flyers, maybe a dino. The only thing that pops up is my big flyer, and one of the Cavaliers, and he could not deal.
Cavalier's hard.
And
Some
then
big
on
bodies
my
on board.
fourth match, which is with Raffy, the other aspect of my deck came up, which was the counters,
The control part.
the control part. So it was like it felt like
He's a chameleon.
yeah, like that.
Shifting.
That deck felt like it was giving me what I needed
Oh
at
my
the
God.
time.
Are you Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, here's the thing. They're all Lazav.
They're all Lazar. It's all Lazar.
Sometimes I'm a dinosaur.
yeah.
You think that's a conversation Lazav really has?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I'm a dinosaur.
Oh, I talked to my brother the other day.
When no one's
Did
looking.
you really? That was me.
Yo, Chad, what were you running?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But
Tell
that's
us
a valid
about
answer.
your Grixis.
No,
though.
because like to get the audience up to speed over here, this is your second PR, right?
Right.
my second.
Yeah. So
Right.
what was your first PR again? What was it?
Was
War of the Spark.
War of the Spark.
War of the Spark.
War of the Spark. So how different was War of the Spark from M20 for you?
Well, I think it's just more variety for M20.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, like for my war build last PR, I think what was color they have. I remember it's like red and black,
Red and black. Yeah. Okay.
and I try to utilize on the Amass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
feature.
yeah,
I think
totally.
It's a
in
strong idea.
war, everyone was forced to use
A mask.
some version of a mask.
Yeah, because everyone had it.
Yeah.
Everyone had a
like,
mask.
especially like black, red, and blue in particular
Yeah,
were the strongest colors in that set.
And at the same time, like War had like a big Planeswalker theme, so everyone had Planeswalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And like going back to the core values of Magic with M20 core set.
Basic
Back to
Magic.
basics. Back
Alright.
to
Yeah.
basics. How was it? Because for me, like last time we went to a core set pre-release, I didn't enjoy it as much. M19.
Ah, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because M19 was so basic, man. It
Yeah,
was
extra
so
basic.
As in,
Okay.
it was so to its roots that it got boring for me.
Okay.
Because like there wasn't anything exciting. There wasn't anything over. And like I think Guilds of Ravnica just like super spoiled us with like so much power
Right.
and so much variety.
Right.
And I think M20 brought it back to basics, but kept the variety, kept the power,
Right.
kept the interesting stuff.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a significant
Yeah.
increase in power with all the cards in this particular
Exactly.
set.
Yeah. So, like, how different was this pre-release to last pre-release for you, chat? Since this is your second time.
Well, I think I got more choices, but the problem is I made wrong choices for my card
Oh,
combination.
still getting to grips with
Yeah.
deck building, right?
I was hoping I should have used on the white color because I have more flyers there.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I have like second thoughts and like doing more on the defensive side with doing counters and then milling with their decks.
Wow.
And
Yeah, there
the
were a few
problem is
mill
I
cards
don't
in
have
this.
much creatures prepared for my deck, so it's kind of hard to pull good on the first three
Right.
turns.
Plus the 50-minute time limit on deck construction kind of gets in everyone's head.
Yeah,
I feel like that one went by really fast right now.
Yeah.
actually,
It felt faster than
was
usual.
fast, but it's-
yeah.
Well, no, at least for me, I wasn't as stressed about deck building.
Mhm.
Like when they said 4 minutes left, and I just have to sleeve my lands.
yeah, actually,
Like I had the part
Nice.
where I might not be able to curve properly,
Yeah.
but at least I wasn't freaking out. Unlike when we did War of the Spark.
kind of weird. That, like for this part, I didn't choose to use my Chandra card.
Yeah, you pulled the Chandra.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe I should put it, or kind of worried I might not play it well because I have not proper
Right.
have no proper combos for it.
And you got the rare Chandra too, right?
The mythic one.
Oh, you got the mythic
Yeah.
one. Oh my
got the
goodness,
mythic
dude.
Chandra?
Yeah, and also
Oh.
from like the War pre-release, I also got a rare Chandra.
So like it's all
Dang,
about
man.
Chandra
Nice.
powers.
Oh,
Yeah.
But your red pull
she's
wasn't
your
strong
lady.
to rock her.
Yeah, that's my problem. Like, I have some bombs here for like fire elementals, but I don't have much creatures to add there, like giving more varieties and proper mana curves.
So I think for a lot of people out there who've never tried pre-release, like it's a very different format from like
Yeah.
regular Magic, and I think like you're experiencing that kind of like like this is different
Yeah.
from what you're used to. I mean, you come from like what old standard,
Yeah,
right?
like
Yeah.
the 90s.
Where everything's super competitive.
Right.
Yeah,
And then he
yeah.
came back with Commander too,
Yeah.
which is a singleton format.
It's so different, too.
For multiplayer.
And I think the one piece of advice we can give you probably is like what's that old adage when it comes to limited formats?
Bread!
Bread.
Cover
There you
your
go.
jo-
Bread.
No, not that one. Not that old
Oh,
adage.
sorry.
No, take a bath. That old adage.
Right.
No, but there's this acronym called bread.
Yeah.
Basically, it's your priority of
Yeah.
things when constructing a deck for limited. So
Right.
Every villain is lemons.
No. So
bread.
Bread. So B
B-
is for bombs.
Yeah.
Which is that is your number one priority.
Yep.
Number one. Number two priority is R, which is
Removal.
removal.
Yeah.
And E is evasion. So any
Right.
ability
Evasion.
that gives your creature an edge. Flying.
Reach unblockable flying.
Menace.
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 Unblockable, shadow, all that stuff.
Shadow. What the fuck?
That hasn't been standard for a while.
Coming back, baby. I
old
feel
set.
it. I
One of
feel it
these
in my
days.
bones. It's coming back one of
no,
these days.
You give
Okay.
horsemanship the attention it deserves.
Pare banding.
Banding.
I think I rely too much on the removal part.
Oh yeah.
Instead of
Yeah, yeah.
putting more on the bombs and for the evasion. So
Okay.
I have no defenders and
Oh yeah.
I just have few flyers, like 3 flyers
Right.
only.
Oh yeah. Flying is really strong and limited.
Yeah.
So like bombs removal, evasion,
I think A is ability.
A's abilities.
A's ability?
Yeah, it's either abilities or aggro.
Or like triggering
Okay.
abilities.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Sure.
D is dirt.
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 Yeah.
Like that's your filler.
Like
Yeah,
your
like gar-
7 to cast 2/3.
Yeah, I think I have some more.
So what the fuck?
I think I have more on the ability and the removal part. 'Cause I think that in the early part, in the first few turns, like my opponent has some trouble whenever I cast a black creature that has an exile card on your hand
No,
when,
yeah, I had
when it
that
comes
one.
into play.
I had that
It's
board.
kind of useful.
Yeah.
But I kind of need some combo for that, which is hard part. I should have made black and white.
Yeah, like the other thing you've got to watch out for is like innate synergies in your pool.
Yep.
So the thing I did was I had this flyer that was, I think it was a 2/3 flyer. I forgot her name, but it gets +1/+1 counters whenever you gain life. And I had another 2/2 flyer that would mill 4, and whenever you mill a creature, you would gain life.
Yep.
So, and I also had a creature that whenever you gained life, the opponent loses life.
Right.
So that's what I was doing.
I think you popped one off on me.
Yes, I
right,
popped one
time.
off on you. yeah.
Good old Epicure of Blood.
Epicure of Blood, that vampy man. That vampy 4/4.
It's also useful. I only have one card for that, but it's kind of
That
useful.
requires a lot of setup though, because
does.
Epicure is 5
does.
CMC.
It's really bad.
And if the milling was your only life gain, and that's conditional, because what if you mill lands, which happened at some point? That's not bad.
And I think that's why you need to like don't focus like have some synergies here and there, but don't make that your main focus.
Unless you have a lot that surrounds
exactly, because in your limited pool, you're never gonna have the tools to actually make a synergy deck.
it. Right.
The thing is, you're going to prioritize synergy over combos.
Yes.
Combo
Right.
pieces are hard to come by, especially in limited. So like you just want to see how each piece of your deck can interact like very loosely.
Yeah, because a lot of people think synergy is combo.
Nope.
No, a combo is a very specific bunch of things that you need to arrange, but you'll never reach it limited. So the best you can do is synergy.
A synergy is like, this can work by itself. It works better with another thing.
Yeah.
Combo requires like both to be out.
So if you have this cleric that works well with enchantments, and you have a lot of enchantments, why not?
I think there's one player that a match with is using a green deck.
Yeah.
And he has a good synergy. Like whenever you place an elemental, there's a like additional counter for his other cards.
There's a heavy elemental tribal in this set.
No,
And then one thing, like especially in limited, there are some facets of limited that are always going to be there. It's very stally at times.
Yep.
Aggro is not usually viable. Like it'll get like everyone will have blockers at some point
and
you
it's
can't
a
get
slow
past.
format.
And then removal is very rare. Especially board wipes are very rare. So you can use these things to your advantages. Like you can overplay your board because there's not gonna be a Wrath of God anytime soon. There's not gonna be any settle anytime soon. Any settle the wreckage. So that also you have to not play defensive. You have to know
when
how
you can hit.
How hit, like if Samson were here, he'd say hit like the Cobra Kai motto of hit fast, hit hard, right?
No mercy.
No mercy.
I think
You have to be
that's also my
always,
mistake
like,
from the previous pre-release.
Oh, really?
When I tried doing a red Rakdos deck, and I tried going with aggro, the problem is I ran out of fuel like in turn 4 and 5. Which I could have killed it like it. And you kind of need 2 more turns to kill the enemy, the opponent. And
you 2 for 1 yourself.
Yeah,
at
and
some
then
point.
on the 4th turn, he got a really big bomb placed.
I think the idea is not aggro, but like a sure way to hit someone's life.
Yes.
Like that's why evasion is so high up the bread thing, because it's sure damage onto some guy's life, and there's not gonna be a lot of life gain in any like limited. So you're sure that any damage you do, that's usually permanent.
That's better than nothing.
Exactly. And Migoy over here was running flying tribal.
That was my thing.
Yeah, flying tribal.
Yeah.
All right, so we up to me?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, yes.
Well, how was your deck?
When I was building my deck, like I was going through the same problem. Like, what do I run? What colors do I pick? Like, I have some really bad things in red. I have some really bad things in green. I have some good things in black, then really bad things in others. Like, so I looked at my pool. I got a lot of white, and like I got a good bunch of white. I got some pacifisms. I got that removal spell in white, destroy target tap.
Yeah.
You gain 1 for each flyer you control.
I got that used on me. It hurts.
I got a bunch of flyers.
Yeah.
And then like I was basically building a mono white flying deck. I look at blue and like, blue has a thing that makes flyers cheaper by 1.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
perfect.
Nice.
It also has that thing that can draw you cards that is cheaper if you have a flyer.
The winged words.
Yeah,
which
winged
is I
words.
think
There's
one
also
of
a
my
blue
favorite
card.
commons.
Like 1 colorless mana for
That's exactly
for
what we're talking
flyers.
about. The winged words.
Yeah,
that
winged
one, that
words.
one,
It's
winged
normally
words.
2 blue.
Yeah.
But if you have at least 1 flyer, it's one
One less.
and 1 blue.
It's good in limited.
Oh, dude,
in
I
standard,
think
it's
I
like-
think that's gonna replace Charter Course when that goes out
Really?
because
Sorcery though.
yeah, but so is Charter Course,
Us is okay.
and
Never mind.
it's a
Never
draw
mind then.
2 for 2, and if you're running like say in standard, is it Drakes? You're
Oh yeah,
mostly
it's
gonna have flyers.
go to Drake's. I'm pretty
right?
sure. Yeah.
Like it has some versatility that I think is decent in common.
Mm-hmm.
So I rocked white blue.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough utility in blue,
Yeah.
like which is weird in blue.
Yeah.
So like I had to splash black for removal,
Mm.
but a lot of black had like dual color spells.
Yeah.
Like murder is colorless
Yeah,
black,
it's 2 blacks.
right? But I did have flyers in black as well.
Yeah.
So I put in it's not really splash blue black because they were equal value.
Exactly.
So I was running Esper flyers, and I'm trying to get into the habit of naming my decks
Okay.
because that's
Okay.
what the boys at Loading Ready Run do
Okay.
for any stupid thing that they have.
It's good
Oh,
fun.
so- Give us the name.
Inspired by Cameron's Madness Demir deck called Do Nothing and Die.
Yours
My
was.
boys are called Do Nothing and Fly.
No, it's a good deck
Because
name.
sometimes they're
Nice
flyers, sometimes they're not.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
those not flyers can sometimes get fly.
Yeah.
Like there's some white
Get
enchantments that
fly.
give creature flying, draw a card. Oh, my double strike is flying now.
Yeah, that's better than your
Oh,
blue enchantment. that
when
gives people
someone
flying.
dies, he gets a counter. My double strike is now a 3/3 fly.
Yeah.
Like,
It's real
also, that white removal spell that destroys tap. I fought a dude who couldn't get his removal on because I had vigilant dudes,
Yeah.
in white.
Yeah.
and that was
Gotcha.
really
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
And that particular removal spell like does a lot for me with my mostly flyers deck.
Man, I think this, like, I was like pleasantly surprised how much I enjoyed this PR. I mean, like,
Yeah.
PR is like super casual, super just for fun and
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But like, I was because I had such a boring experience with M19, I thought this would be like equally not as exciting. But this one was good. It was
Yeah.
fun,
Yeah.
and I'm not just saying that because I won 3 times.
I'm sure it
no.
helped though.
It helped. It helped that I was winning.
I think it's also because since we've done a lot of PR sessions, we're getting used to the format.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Because when we went to M19, we were short on time because we came late.
We came late. Yes.
So we had no idea how to deck build in limited.
That's
Yes.
bad. Yeah,
we had no idea how
that's
to fix our
trouble.
mana base in limited.
That's true.
And we had no idea what the play style would be with a 40 card deck.
Oh, we were also like it wasn't just the 4 of us. We were also joined by 2 other compatriots.
Oh yes, Good
Shout
Trades
outs
Brigade
to-
extended family. Gene Paul, my good friend,
And
Art Arcanic.
Art
From the MTG Meet group.
Yes.
Meets, baby.
Shout
It's
out.
good. Like other people were supposed to come too, like Alternate World Emile.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. There's more than one Emile.
Yeah.
There's a council too.
A bunch of peeps. Like yeah, I'm just really glad. I'm really glad to like play in PR. I think it's still my favorite like event. To
Same.
Go to.
Totally.
Same.
I
Because
think that's why.
everything is fair.
Yes.
It's not-
It's that.
It's not everyone gets the same value for their money, and it's raw competition on like an even playing field.
I
Right.
mean, that's my problem with like stuff like Friday Night Magic or like Standard and stuff like that. Because
Yeah.
if you don't buy in, you're signing up to get your ass kicked. You know?
Yeah,
Kind
there's a
of,
big
yeah.
chance
Yeah,
that you
kind of.
can't win.
And like I just really love sharing this event with everyone. Like I got Gene to go, which is I'm really happy.
I think
like,
it opened his eyes to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been wanting to play with him for a while, and like Chad came in. Like we're consistently going to PRs now with Chad.
And I know, Chad, you got a whole bunch of people into open house with the welcome decks.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the
Yes.
next step.
Yeah, I brought
PR.
some of my RF team to try out Magic.
For people out there, that's Reimaru Files. Check
Not-
them out.
Not
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 recovery,
recovery foods.
That's
Not that
different.
one.
That's different.
Their
Very
logos may
different.
look the same.
Yeah.
But we don't serve food.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, like, you
not
serve...
yet. Not
Not
yet.
yet,
Not
not
yet.
yet.
Not
you
yet.
serve fresh, hot takes.
Yeah.
So.
Tasty hot takes.
Tasty hot takes.
Yeah. Reimaru Files. Tasty hot takes.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh,
their
no.
slogan.
Within parentheses, no food.
2020 slogan. Hot takes.
Reimaru Files, tasty hot steaks.
steaks?
Tasty hot takes in quotation marks. Raffy 2019.
What?
Raffy
Like a
ley
review.
lines.
Hashtag back to eating.
Yeah.
No food, no
Food, no
post.
post.
But yeah,
Okay.
you know, I really think like Magic is experiencing like because when I tricked you people into
I blame you guys.
Oh, yeah.
We're not gonna deny that.
no yeah like
Yeah, yeah.
like when I slowly brought the friends into the fold of
Yeah.
the Magic because
Yeah.
I had this like buzzing in my head and I I have to go back.
I have to go back, Marty.
We have to go back. No, you guys got to come with me. And like it's just so lucky that I think Magic is experiencing this like surge in popularity again. Because
especially with Arena being out.
Yeah, Arena being out
Arena's
and
such a
like
good
War,
tool.
like Ravnica and War was just like
Bonkers of a set.
It's so good, and like everyone got back into it. It was the end game of Magic.
Yeah,
it was super cool, and I'm just so glad that more people are getting on.
Yeah, and still, why I think the Ravnica sets are always really good. It's because of the guilds. You find a deck you rep like that vibes with you.
Yeah,
and
it gives you a sense of identity.
Right,
it
right.
Does.
I've been preaching this from
dude,
the start.
It's like playing D&D and you make a character, but for here you choose a guild and like, yo, I'm repping this guild. Orzhov for life. Pay up. Pay up, fucker.
Well, to be honest, you were Orzhov before. I
was Orzhov before Ravnica.
Right.
And I was
Cleric,
also
man.
running clerics.
Yeah.
So already Orzhov.
Yeah, Orzhov conformed to you.
Yes, Orzhov before Orzhov existed.
Right, and in Ravnica particular, the 2-color like pairing cards are meant to synergize with each other really well, more so than normal sets. So it incentivizes using dual-colored decks, which I think makes for a more interesting experience than, say, using a monocolor deck, where you have one game plan, but here's a bunch of hard counters against it.
Right.
Or like, this is your only game plan, there's no variety.
Man.
Yeah.
Magic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like,
Yeah.
I really want more people to try out like pre-release or the limited environment.
Yeah.
I think the issue is they get intimidated.
Yeah. I mean, there's a social aspect there that
Right,
creates
but then
a lot of
like
anxiety.
we meet the exact same people.
Oh yeah. I think that's one of the biggest things that people need to get in their heads. When you
It's
go
really
to a PR,
chill.
it's really chill, and you don't. I mean, like, you can get anxious and stuff like that. I'm not gonna tell you not to get anxious, but the thing that I can tell you is that the people who are going to PR and who are interested in PR are your people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you believe in like the anime, like Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, like everyone's on the level playing field.
Yeah.
You can beat it like if you play your best.
Oh yeah, this is the format to do that.
This is the format of the heart
This
of
is
the
the
cards.
environment to do that.
And like I feel like there aren't really jackasses in the.
I mean, there's
PRs.
some.
There's some, but
some.
Yeah.
we get the occasional few, but for the most part, they're really chill.
I've heard the stories
and
before.
Once you break,
Which episode of the podcast was it that I just lost my mind because of this
No,
one
you
man?
need to go back to the date, sometime in January.
Yeah, sometime in January, I
last
lost
year?
my mind. I lost my mind. This one jackass. But don't let that one jackass ruin a perfectly good experience for you.
if you don't go to PR, you let the jackasses win.
Yeah. You have to go to PR and make it a better place.
But
Right.
here's the thing: like we ran into the same people that we encountered last year at Corset,
No, yeah.
who
totally.
gave us like a bad impression or made us feel like not as welcome because maybe they were tryharding a bit, maybe they were having a bad day. We ran into them; they were a lot more pleasant now.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Right, and you were able to beat them.
No, yeah,
Once
that felt good.
I think I remember
That's
like
how you get them to open up.
Yeah.
Stomp their
Yeah.
face.
I kind of remember that on the Warp Spark PR. Like,
Yeah.
at first I feel like anxious that the feeling that you maybe since you're coming back from the game and we're not really updated with the new rules.
Yeah, exactly.
People be
No, it's fine
more
because
hostile,
a lot of people don't even read the cards from PR.
and it turns out people are more friendly and they'll
Yeah.
ask you what format do you play.
They're
Do you
just
wanna
happy
join?"
to see other people.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, like
Yes.
during like the first few PRs we did, I would like extensively do homework, look up the set. These past two PRs, I have not looked at a single card before we got the PR. It's like
It feels more than 2 PRs.
Really?
I feel like you've been saying that every time. The only thing I ever hear from you from PR is, oh man, I really didn't do my homework. I didn't really study this set. And you'd open up each one of your matches, you'd say, oh, di talaga ako nag-aral eh. A lot more of that Emile mind games, tas biglang God hand na yun. I know exactly what you have. Blue player.
Exodia.
That's how the heart of the cards work.
He draws like Exodia and it's like, oh, play ko ba to?
Praise of the Night.
And Exodia.
Dude, speaking of I think the best part of this PR was like when you and me were fighting, and then we started losing it because like of all the shenanigans that were happening, we were so loud that the rest of the room was like they just started laughing. And it's like I think we loosened them up a bit.
People are more friendly after all our
Yeah.
shenanigans.
You just gotta
PR.
break up the ice a little bit at the start. Like
Yeah.
everyone was like feeling out the room. Oh,
Right.
are they
Like,
trying hard? Are we trying hard? No.
Who's the asshole?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they're just
it could also be like they were looking at it from our perspective, like, oh, we're not so familiar with these guys. Maybe they're the assholes. And like, oh no, they're just a bunch of idiot goofballs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you idiots. We're all idiots.
Exactly, man. Man, Magic is super fun. I'm glad we're
Yeah.
all into it. Yeah.
I am so happy. Next PR, we gotta do it again.
Oh, do we
as
have to?
usual?
We
as
have to.
usual.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
anyone listening to this, I know Carlo wants to get in on that. Actually.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Kevin?
Like the bosses, like anyone else, any listener who wants to do like PR with us, we'd be happy to go. Let's
Yeah,
just
dude, let's
take
go.
over.
Let's
Even
take
if you
over.
don't PR with
Yeah.
us, like just go to one,
yeah,
see it for yourself.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that was enough to convince us.
Mm.
Like we didn't have a good M19 PR, but we're doing it,
Yeah, exactly.
so it only
It's
gets
a
better
fun
from there. Just give it a
experience,
shot.
Give it a shot.
It's one of the
Yeah.
We
it's
would, you
the
know,
most
Raffy,
basic
Yeah.
format.
I believe
Yeah.
we would wreck it.
Yes, we would all
Wreck
just
it.
at a, like with our bodies, with the whole
Absolutely.
fiber of our being,
Absolutely.
Wreck-It Raff?
in like the
Wreck it, Raff.
in like the dark of the moonlight. Is that what?
What?
No.
Where are
Yeah,
you
yeah.
going?
Where are you going with
we
this?
all sensually
Oh, no.
wreck it.
No, yeah. No. No, I'm trying to work the word
PR.
No, I'm trying to work the word nobility into it. Okay.
Copyright Emile Tanglaw.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Weeks?
Yes, that I think that about does it for our PR talk. But no, not but. What do you? No.
Do you want to take a quick break,
What
Raffy?
did
Yes.
you do this week? Raffy?
What is the question?
Would you like to pass it on first?
Beep, boop, boop, beep, bop. Do we want to take a break before this, or do we just roll through?
No, just go.
I'm just gonna.
do it.
Emile, what did you do this week?
Hello, everyone. My name is Emile. So, my week first, yeah?
Yes, go.
All
Sure,
right.
you can pass it on if you don't want to.
I know you guys are tired of hearing this.
Oh my
FF14,
God,
here we go.
it's FF14.
Let him have it. Shadowbringers
Go,
came
go,
out.
go,
I know you guys are tired of hearing me talk about FF14, but through my busy work schedule, that is all I've been trying to fit in. Because during the go on. No, but okay, so last weekend, on Friday, the Shadowbringers early access released. So that was, I think, June 28th, 29th, something like that. All
Right.
of the people who pre-ordered Shadowbringers got access to Shadowbringers. Early access.
So the Shadowbringers are here.
Yes.
Are we ready?
No, we're the Shadowbringers.
You're the Shadowbringers.
Yeah, we're the we bring the shadow. We go there.
To where though? To where?
To the first. Throw wide the gates. People who are in it will know what I'm talking about. But okay, so let me explain.
I'm sure everyone laughed at home.
So early access started,
Yes.
and the game officially launched around July 3. And this has probably been one of the smoothest MMO launches I've ever experienced.
Really?
Cool.
Ever.
Cool.
As in, like...
No lag issues?
I've had absolutely no lag issues.
Even queuing, right? Nice.
There are queues, but the way they've done it is they've set it up for all of the new instances that they've created 3 separate instances for each map. So everyone's distributed properly. It like there's no funnel point, because during the last expansion we experienced something basically going through the story, because FF14 is a very story-based game. It feels very Final Fantasy. You talk to a bunch of NPCs, you go through a bunch of like instance content, stuff like that. And basically there's this meme in the FF14 community called Rauban Extreme. Rauban Savage, right?
Savage,
So basically it's because people would talk to this NPC to continue the story, but since everyone was doing it at the same time, creating instances like all at the same time, it would crash the server.
Oh.
So everyone was stuck in front of this NPC.
Yikes.
And
Okay.
like none of this happened
Oh.
with Shadowbringers. As in, everything was smooth. It didn't feel like a launch.
How?
I have no idea. And like it's crazy too, because like there were so many people online. As in, there would be a queue for like for the highly populated servers. I was seeing queues of like 3,000, 2,000. Like you'd have to actually wait in line. But for my server, which is one of the highest populated servers,
Yeah.
I only experienced like a queue of like 30, 20,
Cool.
it was doing good, and
Yeah.
I think it's in part due to the systems they implemented. That number one of the systems they implemented was, if you are a subscriber, if you are on subscription, you are prioritized for queue. If you are on free trial, or if you are on a lapsed subscription, back of the line.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Back of the line. So that not only prioritizes people who are paying,
Fair.
yeah, it makes everything fair, right?
Yeah.
The number two thing they did was, anyone this only applies to the launch week, right?
Okay.
Anyone online for 30 minutes AFK automatically gets booted off the server.
Oh, cool.
So I think those things really streamlined like the launch process. Like it was smooth. I didn't experience any problems. And
That's a great idea.
to add to that, we got DDoS.
Really?
Yes. The Square Enix. It was weird. Even they weren't directly DDoSing Square. They were DDoSing the networks surrounding the data centers. It was weird, but
Okay.
the servers crashed
Yeah.
within 2 hours. Backup.
Damn,
Whoa.
dude.
Backup. No fires. No rollbacks. Clean. As if they were expecting it.
Yeah, dude.
As if they were like, no, we're gonna get DDoS. We know what to do. Like, it was really good. Props to Yoshida, Yoshi P and his team. Everything was great.
Yoshi
Nice.
P?
Yoshi P, basically he's the guy that saved this game.
Oh.
Because 1.0 was a disaster, and he's the one that
Right,
stepped
right.
up and
yeah.
blew up the world.
It's kind of they like reboot the
Realm
Realm
Reborn.
Reborn.
Yeah, they basically
yeah.
rebooted the game. A Realm Reborn, they
Right.
created a calamity,
Yeah.
the world blew up.
And like,
blah,
it's a nice story twist where they try to revamp the entire game.
No, exactly. Yeah,
In
yeah, yeah.
universe.
In
Yeah.
universe.
Yeah, I
And
like that.
that's the great part too, because the lore of this game is something I just love so much. It's as good or maybe even better than some of the mainline Final Fantasies out there. Like, the story is really good. I mean, the 2.0 story, a Realm Reborn story, the first story you experience, it can be a bit like slow. It can be a bit not there yet. But once you hit the expansions, Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, and now Shadowbringers, it just feels like a single player Final Fantasy experience. Like, they've gotten so good at like the cutscenes, the camera, the action, that it just feels like a Final Fantasy. And
That's
like,
awesome.
one of the better features they added during this expansion is something called the trust system.
Trust system.
Yeah, and basically, because while you're doing the story, there are certain parts where you have to do dungeons,
Okay.
and that entails interacting with people, right?
Oh,
So
socializing.
yeah, socializing on an MMO. What the fuck? So like, sorry. So these dungeons are usually like 4-player dungeons, 8-player dungeons, or some of the large 24-player dungeons.
Yeah.
And you'd have to queue up and like form a group and run it with people. And it's been a source of like anxiety for a lot of people who aren't necessarily social, right? So for Shadowbringers, what they did is they incorporated it into the story NPCs that they can accompany you into dungeons. So
Oh,
you
cool.
can have
Oh.
NPCs with AI
Oh,
doing the
that's
dungeons with you, designed to tackle this content by themselves. And it's been a really interesting, like, the reception has been great because
That's really considered.
That sounds
Right?
perfect.
yeah, right, because not everyone wants to group up with
Right.
people exactly. And
I'm playing this for me.
yeah, I'm playing this for me. And like, the great part about it is it can be a gateway to playing it with other people. Because the number one anxiety people have with grouping up is them not being practiced with the content. Because one of the unique things about an MMO is you get that MMO guilt if you're in a instance and you're doing bad.
And
and
you're letting
Your
party
team down. You're letting your team down. And with the trust system, it allows people to practice the instance without impacting the experience of other players.
That's great.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I really,
It's
really
a
like
good
that.
workaround, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great workaround, and I hope they like apply it to like the old content because it would be so cool if like from level 1 you could do that.
Do the NPCs that accompany you, are they like super overpowered? Like
No, not at all.
do they just put in their bit of the work?
They're actually weaker than players.
Ah.
But they're designed to be able to tackle the content. So,
Okay.
And it makes it perfect for learning because you do the encounters slower. Because their DPS isn't that good, their healing's not that good.
You get to see more of the run.
Yeah, you get to see more of the run. You get more practice in. Yeah.
That
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I really like it. I mean, they get out of the way of like AOEs. They use limit breaks without you telling them.
They're limit
Like
breaks.
yeah.
Okay.
So they're competent, but at the same time not overpowered.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, yes. I really like it. I could talk about Shadowbringers the whole fucking day, but one of the best parts I just want to talk about is the story.
All right.
Because I just I don't know how to talk about this MMO without talking about the story because it's the number one thing I love about this game. And it's so hard for me because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. Because there's the writing since Heaven's Word has just been so good. And I mean, Stormblood kind of felt like a filler arc because it didn't tackle any of the main story stuff, but it was still a good filler arc. And now with Shadowbringers, now that we're back to the main story of FF14, it's just so good. Like, I don't know what to say about it without spoiling it. And I think FF14 has this unique problem wherein in order to reach the latest expansions, you have to go through so much story. And I'm not sure if that's for everyone. Which is weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird, unique problem because it's an MMO. And some people want to play with their friends at endgame.
Yeah.
So, like, you get these people called cutscene skippers.
Oh.
Or jump potion or main scenario skippers.
Yeah.
And it just creates this weird problem because, like, FF is about the story.
Okay.
But the problem is you want to play with your friends at endgame.
Right.
And not everyone has the time to go through, like, 3 games worth of story, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, well,
But what if people skip cutscenes and do all that stuff just to get to the end game? How does that impact everyone else's experience? How is that like a detriment?
I think it's a detriment to themselves as an experience because, like, you wouldn't be able to care about these characters. You wouldn't be able to be invested in the storyline, invested in the world. And if you're just there for the mechanics, sure, the mechanics of FF, it's great. I mean, like, one of the problems of FF is it's at the start it's a bit slower, but I can confidently say at the end game it's a lot more complex than WoW in my opinion. And but if you're in it for the hardcore raiding scene, go ahead. But I really think that you'd enrich your experience by absorbing yourself in the story. And like, there's just a lot of opinions going, because it's an age-old problem. Once an MMO has been there for a long time, how do you catch people up?
Right.
Right.
It's impossible.
Right.
Like it's a problem that is still in the process of being solved.
It's a problem that all the available solutions cause other problems.
No, yeah,
right?
exactly,
Right? All the
exactly.
possible solutions.
Like, I like what Shadowbringers is doing. I just wish there was an easier way for people to get into it. Because, I mean, you guys have noticed, I've been playing Shadowbringers nonstop, but I haven't been trying to get people into it as hard as other things.
Yeah.
Like, for example...
No, we didn't notice.
No, yeah. 'cause
When you wrecked, you
I
wrecked
wrecked
2
it
weeks
so
in a
many
row.
times,
No,
right?
but when he was doing that,
Yeah.
it has yet to come out. Now that it actually has come out, he
Right.
hasn't mentioned it since.
Right.
He's just been playing it.
Because
Alright.
I came to realize that it's asking a lot. It's really asking a lot from someone. Because, like, Magic, sure, I can get you into that.
Yeah.
Like I can give you a welcome deck. I can start you out with, like, a Planeswalker deck.
Is
You're
it
good to
the
go.
equivalent of giving a new player Esper control?
No. It's the equivalent of telling someone, yo, let's play a game, but first, finish these 3 full games.
Before we can start playing.
It's like saying, yo, let's play the newest Mortal Kombat, but first you gotta finish all the other Mortal Kombats.
Oh, it's not like here, start, then I'll wait for you.
No, yeah, exactly. I mean, and I can come with you throughout all this old content, but it'll take a while.
It's a long,
Yeah,
it's
it'll take a
literally
while.
3 games worth.
Like, I think I can liken this to wrestling.
Oh. All right.
Oh, yeah,
You got my attention, sir. How would you liken this to
Okay,
wrestling?
let me make this analogy exclusively for Raffy.
Oh my god, yes.
So-
Yes. Oh my god.
An MMO
Yes.
is like wrestling because it is a living storyline that happens
That's right.
throughout a number of years, an extended period of time. But the main difference is instead of watching reruns,
Yeah.
you experience the reruns in the MMO because you go through the old story. right? But the thing is, if you were there at the time, if you were there at the time of release, if you were there when everyone was running around this area, when everyone was like doing all the activities in the zone all at the same time,
when mankind was trying to get the Rock to wear the sock on his hand,
exactly, when all the players were swarming around Rauban trying to create an instance of their own, it's the same.
It's the fucking same.
It's the same as mankind with the sock. It's the absolute same.
I gotcha.
And it's just
that's
that
actually
unique,
a pretty good
right?
like analogy.
Right? Because
I know what you mean.
it's a living storyline that you experience as it comes out. And
it's
sure,
different when you were there when it was new.
and it's absolutely different when you're trying to catch up.
Right.
And like you feel like you're not where the hotness is.
Right.
Right?
But
How does wrestling solve that, Raffy? Let's use it to fix MMOs.
Here's the thing, they don't.
I know. MMOs don't either.
They don't. They just it's kind of like the same mentality with comics. You just jump in, and you just hope that the embedded catch up mechanics, which are like the intro that goes on before the comic book, like there's a whole paragraph
there's
that
an
the Hulk
explanation.
is now a lady.
Last
Or-
time.
yeah. And then stuff happened, and you just jump in, like you pray you have a good time.
Yeah, and then
that's
hindsight
more
will
of
force
the
you to like check out things
Oh, yeah, that's
beforehand.
true.
At least even with comics, there's a hard like reboot every now and again.
Yeah, every now and then.
Like a universe resets, or someone from the Watchmen universe comes
Or like
in,
a spin-off happens.
or like they go back to issue 1 where they retell the whole origin story, but
Or
those
they
never
bring
last.
them into the present.
Yeah, they don't last long. They usually come back to continuity with the old timeline. With wrestling, there's nothing. You just there's no catch up. There's no nothing. You just watch the previously on whatever, and then
And hopefully follow whatever storyline is currently
hopefully
happening.
follow what's there. They don't essentially solve it. Yeah.
Man, like I want to talk about the story, but I can't.
Why not?
It's just too spoilery. It's
Yeah,
so
and
spoilery.
Emile has mentioned before that the FF community is really silent when it comes to
Yeah,
the
right,
story
right, right.
spoilers.
That is one of the things that like I know from you talking about it. It's like, 1, they have good spoiler discipline. 2, they're very non-toxic,
Yeah,
which
super.
is super admirable, right?
And
I've never heard of a community.
You can see like because Samson has been playing FF14 more.
Yes, he has.
And he's
been.
encountering things like story beats that happen. And like, oh, this happened to that character. Then Samson make a post like, oh my god, why did this happen? And then Emile goes on, yeah, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good, right?
And then like that happened 3 years ago. He didn't get spoiled. So like super cool, right?
Right, and then Emile is not spoiling it either.
I'm
He's
not.
just
I'm
like,
just saying, yo,
you feel
yeah,
the hype? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I felt that too.
I felt that when that character ate it.
It's kind of nice for like MMORPGs to have a really good story because like I've been playing other MMOs before,
Oh, yeah.
and majority of the community always thinks of how to get strong, how to get
Yeah,
more
you don't
into
think of
PvP.
like, oh my god,
You never
it sucks
cared
how
about
that
lore.
guy died in the story.
Yeah,
Or it's like, what about Thancred's feelings?
yeah.
Yeah,
a thing?
Oh,
that
never mind.
thing.
All right.
You don't hear the community talk about the lore.
Right.
You only
Oh,
think
yeah.
about wasting money on how to get strong or whatever stuff.
It's all about
I
just get the
think-
best gear.
yeah.
I think because lore isn't a big thing in other MMOs. I think.
Yeah, I think
like
they're-
in many of the things I've played.
They lack on creativity on story and the characters, so people don't care much, but just rather grind.
Yeah, and I think that's what made WoW great back in the day because it
Yeah.
had such good lore.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I think a lot of what's happening now in WoW is it really shows that when you don't focus on the lore properly, or when you do character assassinations like with Lady Sylvanas, like it really hurts the community and like
Right.
the lore you've built up, because like a lot of people are like really butthurt about like how the story's going or stuff
Yeah.
like that, and like a lot of the stuff I care about has really good lore. Like I played Guild Wars for a long time because I loved the lore of Guild Wars.
I didn't know.
I played Warframe mainly because I fucking love the lore of Warframe.
Yep.
And Final Fantasy XIV is no exception. The lore of Final Fantasy XIV is great. And I'm so scared at that live action adaptation that's about to happen.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Oh, God.
I'm so scared. And I hope it becomes like a gateway somehow.
What is the plan with that, by the way? Real quick.
Yeah,
What is
just announcement, no details.
Yeah,
on
the only
who are
announcement on
writers.
it was it's going to be set in the world of Eorzea, and it will tackle some sort of story in the world of Eorzea.
in lore or as an MMO?
We
Like
don't know.
One of those.
No
I
idea.
really hope it's in lore.
There's-
I really hope it's
There's
in
no
lore.
production team been announced yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because
They
we're
just said
going to
the deal's
run
been
into
struck.
this same problem with Magic, right? The Netflix series.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like about the players, or
No,
is
it's
it
gonna be
it's
about
Planeswalkers.
Chandra.
Planeswalkers. I
It's
think
gonna
they
be
have
about the Planeswalkers in the story.
And I think for
Yeah.
FF14, it's gonna be about the story, not
Good.
not about an MMO or anything
Yeah.
like that. Because
That's something.
because we already have that show,
Yeah.
which is Dad,
Dad
of
of
Light,
Light.
yeah.
which is about the
right,
people
right.
playing the game.
Right. I remember this.
But yeah, FF14 is great. If you're in it, get on Shadowbringers. The story is super good. As in, the voice acting is one of the most improved parts. It's so great. There's one character that sounds like Sypha from Castlevania,
Oh.
and like it's just like it's really
Like
good.
the Netflix version.
The Netflix Sypha, yeah,
Ooh.
yeah,
Got
yeah.
them sexy accents.
Yeah. It's like
It's
it's
Trevor Belmont.
yeah. It's really good. The story is really good.
Yeah.
The cinematography is really good.
Yeah.
The areas look beautiful. Like it's great. I love it, and that's it for me.
Yeah. That's all of your week.
I wanted to talk about it with Samson, hear about his ideas, but that'll have to wait till next week.
Yeah, he'll be coming.
Nice,
back.
nice.
I got you.
Yeah,
With his
yeah,
Disney
yeah.
stories.
Who's next?
All right. Who wants to go next? Oh,
I'm next. I also
Armrest,
I
or
video
go.
gamed.
go for it, Migoy.
So like I'm done with the MC5 for the most part.
Nice.
It's all about that smoke and sexy style na lang.
Ooh, always
actual,
about
like,
that smoky
my-
sexy style.
For a DMC story, I think that's actually super perfect.
Yeah?
Because when they say that it's the all-star of DMC, because they tackle a lot of things.
Yeah,
And it puts... Because you never think about story when it comes to DMC.
I do.
But like when
I
you
do a
when you
little
see
bit.
it, it's still pizza fun time, right?
Yes, pizza fun time for sure.
Like even in 4, like, oh, there's a bit of story, but it's about these guys being cool, killing bad guys.
You're not wrong.
DMC5 brings surprising character to the characters in the game that you didn't expect to have like issues like this.
Cool.
Like Nero is still tearing his heart out for not being able to save one of those dudes from DMC4, like the brother of his girlfriend,
Right.
and all that, and that's why he's so buttered about being called dead weight by Dante.
Yeah.
He actually addresses that issue. Then like insecurities of Virgil come into play, Dante's comes into play, and all of that, and it's pretty great. I
Cool.
think the only thing lacking in the MC5 is any play by Trish and Lady, because they don't do anything.
Oh no.
They don't even pretend to fight things.
Oh no, I don't like that.
And like I think that's the only thing missing. So hopefully we get like some special edition nonsense.
Yeah,
like what they
Ladies'
did
Night.
before.
DMC, Ladies' Night.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they should do that because they look really cool in
They
5.
do. They like. I thought they were gonna
Yeah.
be playable.
No, they're
I
not.
thought
They don't even
also-
like. There's one area where you see them running around, and they just stand there while you do the fighting,
Oh.
and then they jump off screen. And
Oh.
my goodness, that's the only downplay. So I'm done with that. That's
Yeah.
my homework from the video game hiatus. So I've continued another action game.
Oh yes.
What is this?
The Boy of War.
You've been playing the God of War.
I've continued it
Boy.
because that was the game of the year last year.
Yeah.
I think. And
Yeah.
like the story is absolutely leaps and bounds above anything previous from the
Exactly.
series.
Yeah,
of
it is. Yeah, it is.
Calliope. It was basically it, right?
Yeah.
Smash Circle.
Yeah.
And I'm mad, Kratos. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was down with the story.
Yeah.
The gameplay I wasn't so fond of because of how stiff it felt.
Yeah, it looks stiff.
But everyone has told me like, oh, just keep going.
Gets
the combat opens up.
Really?
Then
Does
you can do some stupid broken things.
Does
Does
it?
it?
And yeah, dude, the boy button square.
Boy
It's a
button.
lot.
Yeah.
It's called sun button.
Sun button.
What?
Or
Utilize
the sun attack. I
Sun
think it's what
attack.
it's called.
The sun button.
Okay.
I like this.
So like Atreyu, is it Atreyu or Atreus? Atreus.
Yeah,
Atreyu
because
is the
Atreyu
dude
is the guy in
from the movie.
Yeah.
Never Ending Story.
Never
right?
Ending Story with
Oh.
Falcor.
So Atreus, little boy with the bow and arrow, you'd think like, oh, I have to. It's what do you call that? Escort
The
mission.
babysit.
Yeah, like but you don't have to worry about Atreus. He has no life bar.
Yes, he does.
that's
If he gets attacked, you see a ticking like meter. But when you hit the enemy once, it breaks free. He's fine.
Okay.
he actually like does a lot of attacks even without you telling him. So he'll mount enemies and choke him with his bow, leaving them completely open for you to wail on them.
That's
Cool.
And get a bunch of damage. And you don't have to worry about him getting hurt. The moment you attack, he'll jump off and start shooting some other guys.
That's good. That's
Nice.
You
good.
press square, he shoots at whatever you're looking at.
Cool.
And it soft locks to enemies as well.
So it's
Cool.
basically your projectile. Something?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
He's a free attack.
He's
Then-
an option.
Kinda. Then he learns like magic attacks with his bow. Like he shoots a bow, it summons wolves. They start jumping on
Sure.
enemies.
Sure, Norse
And, like-
mythology, whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
we'll
yeah.
give you that one.
Then he gets like
Fimbulwinter.
electric arrows that chain damage to each other and all that.
Yeah.
There's even like automated combo attacks where after you finish an axe swing, he just jumps off your back and shoots a dude in front. Yeah.
Are
That
there
sounds dope.
are there air juggles?
Oh, dude, he's the air juggle button.
He's the air juggle
He's Dante's guns. You launch a guy up, you keep him in the air with the arrow.
The boy is ebony and ivory.
Yeah, pretty much.
The boy is
The boy
ebony
is
and
And
ivory. That's a good title.
that's going in the list.
Yeah, it's going on the
So,
list.
so you know how this game has mild RPG mechanics?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
you upgrade your equipment, they have stats.
Yeah.
You put like upgrade material into them, they gain like slots for runes
Number go up.
that have mild like buffs and whatever.
Yeah.
So my experience then, which lets you learn more attacks.
Yeah.
It's not as pronounced as like, oh, from level 5 to 10, there's barely a difference. This is like, I'm level 2. I can kill a level 2. I can take on a level 3. I cannot beat a level 4.
Okay.
Like,
okay,
and it's
okay.
shown via color of life bar and the number beside it. So like, oh, why are these guys wrecking me? Oh, they're level 6.
Okay.
I should come back when I'm stronger. I'm a bounce you guys. Then,
Okay.
Yeah, you work on that.
Not today.
You do learn some new attacks with Kratos.
Yeah.
He learned attacks for both his unarmed state, which is you just use his fists, and with the axe. Because the axe can be thrown as a projectile, and it's an ice axe, so it can freeze an enemy in place.
Yeah.
So like you crowd control with it, right?
Yeah.
And there's perks to using both. Like the axe does more damage, has a wider swing, but it doesn't have like a stun damage effect.
Okay.
But the fists do.
The fists do. They're weaker, but they have great stun value. And when you max out that stun value, the quick kill button shows up.
Execution.
Like they get an R3 prompt, and you can go for like an instant kill or a big throw, knock them off stage.
Does the button spin above their head like in the old God?
No.
of War?
It just shows up as a glow.
Oh.
Then he'll like football tackle them. Then the thing happens.
Okay. I wanted the stupid like floating button above their
And
head.
what's fun about the stun meter is the animation is different per enemy type.
Yeah.
So for the smaller ones, he like grabs them, steps on their head, they die immediately,
Sure.
regardless of their health value.
Yeah.
The other one is like, oh, he'll pick one up, throw him, then you can aim the direction of the throw, knocking out
Nice.
other enemies in their vicinity, or throwing them off stage,
And I'm
getting
sure
the kill.
there's like a mount option for the bigger boys.
Oh yeah, there is. You control them Gundam style.
Oh, okay.
You punch their head and then they flail their arms.
Yeah. I can imagine.
And there's enemy types where it goes into a knockdown effect, and then you mash buttons to do more damage. And syempre, you have your normal attack and your heavy attack. Some enemies have a thing where if you hit them with normal attacks, it's more damage overall. But if you hit them with the occasional 2 heavy attacks, they drop health items.
Okay.
So like there's a value to that. And it looks cool like bashing dudes in, with your god powers from another country.
God powers.
For another country.
Yeah, dude. He's from Greece.
Okay.
No, yeah.
But I
makes
think
sense, makes
other
sense.
dimension would be accurate.
I
But
don't
other
know, dude.
country.
No. Excuse me.
He's-
Kratos rowed a boat to Norseland. He
okay.
did.
It
Didn't he?
works differently. That
It works
way.
differently.
Does he have a visa?
I have
Yeah,
no
yeah,
idea
yeah,
how
yeah.
that. Given how God of War 3 ends, I don't know.
Also-
how big is Greece?
Also, this is the same man who climbed out of hell. Climbed.
that happens, yeah.
Okay.
So it's possible.
Alright,
It's possible.
Let's walk to the Norselands
Yes.
from Greece.
Dad, what is that
Just your
land?
typical hiking.
No, it's
Greece,
extra funny because I think his name is Mimir.
Mimir, yeah.
I don't know much about the Norse mythology, but
Okay.
like he's the guy who knows everything.
Yeah.
And he's stuck in a tree because that's Odin is such an asshole.
Odin
dude.
is,
Yeah.
he's basically Zeus.
He sounds like
also
more of an
an
asshole
He's
here
kind
sometimes.
of an asshole, yeah.
Like, Odin invited this guy, this drunk god, and then he goaded him. He didn't like him being drunk, so Odin killed him after.
Oh, yeah.
So like Odin invited you to a party to be a clown. You were a clown. He hated
Like-
you being a clown.
Odin didn't like that.
So
Odin will
he
remember
murdered
that.
your wife in front of you and then killed you.
the hell, Odin?
There's a lot of that. It's straight up because there are segments where you are rowing on a boat with the boy, right? Getting point A to point B, and in between those, the characters will converse with stories from time to
Banter.
time. Yeah,
That's cool.
specifically, sometimes the boy will ask, "Father, tell me a story," and a lot of
up,
those
son.
stories sometimes they're like that.
Yeah.
Really?
But,
Shut up,
like,
son.
Kratos will eventually start talking. You know? He warms up to the boy.
What if you get off the boat before the story ends?
That's why I stop.
Oh, really?
They start talking, I stop and like finish your story.
Ah,
There's a
okay.
circle prompt right there. I'm not pressing anything.
Have you tried it though?
I don't want to miss it
No,
because
okay.
apparently once it plays once, it's done. You'll
Really?
never play
Oh,
again.
that
Yeah,
sucks.
Okay.
you miss it, you're done.
So,
So
I can just imagine like you getting off the boat and it's like, but what about the start? Shut up, son.
remember the time when I killed? Gets off boat. Hard cut to
we should
nothing.
have like a compilation of that.
It's
Like,
like-
a fresh playthrough. But whenever Kratos starts a story, get off boat.
Yeah, it's like, son, that reminds me of one of my greatest learnings. I was,
I mean,
Dad, what? You were what?
maybe it continues after you leave the boat. I don't know. I just don't want to risk it.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
it came to a point where I have exhausted all the stories, so I'm just rowing and nothing's happening.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So, aside from you and the boy, you get Mimir's head because you need to learn a certain spell to get to the world of the giants.
Yeah.
And it's been shut off because Odin hates giants because they might kill him eventually, according to Ragnarok or whatever. But the thing is, Kratos' wife died. You burned her, and her last wish is throw my ashes off the highest peak in the realms. And like, it's not the highest mountain in Midgard.
Yeah, the
You
realms.
need to go to the giant land because that's literally the highest point in all the realms.
Yeah.
But the gate's closed because Odin hates giants.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
need
yeah.
to go there, son. We need magic to
We
get
gotta
there.
do
And
it.
Mimir is like, I can tell you how, but I'm stuck in this tree. So what do you propose? Cut off my head and find a way to reanimate me. Then we go from there.
Yeah,
Sure.
basically.
So that happens, and he
Cool,
becomes
cool.
a side character along with your journey.
Yeah.
He adds to the conversation. He tells his own, which unlocks lore bits.
Cool.
And when he finds out you're from Greece, and like, you're from Greece? You're Zeus's son?
Oh, God.
Like, I figured you were yelling Athena in the distance, but I never would have imagined.
So is he like your Otacon? Does he
Kinda.
share, like,
He's
little-
a funny Scottish man with
Okay,
one glowing
okay.
eye.
So,
Does
like,
he live? I think he lives by your
Yeah, he
waist,
hangs
right?
like
Yeah.
near your asshole.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
He's literally a floating head on your hip side.
does he explain what optical camo is to
You're not ready for that.
The elevator's too heavy, Snake.
Snake, that's a SOCOM.
So calm.
That's SOCOM.
In the form of a question.
Kratos is like Ahsoka.
Tell me more, Otacon.
Could you imagine Kratos in a fucking song?
Yeah, dude.
What is this?
His big burly arms and a tiny little gun.
Big muscles get in the way.
And he's doing stealth bits.
CUC.
Kratos.
Oh, dude, it's extra amazing how Kratos really gives no shit most of the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he kills a god or something, like some big dude, and the boy's like, you killed that thing. So Kratos just doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Like, I think there's a point where you fight a dragon,
Yeah.
and like the only thing that can kill him are these electric stones around the area.
Okay.
So what? In the course of the battle, the big cutscene finisher is he fucking drags the thing's head into a spike of the
Yeah.
electric shard
Yeah.
right into its
Wow.
throat.
Wow.
Then, like, as the thing crashes down, Kratos jumps off and just walks slowly away. Then the boy's like, "You killed the dragon!" And Kratos doesn't say a damn thing.
No.
That'll happen.
Then the
son.
shop guy's beside you and like, "What do we do next?"
Yeah, it sounds about right for Kratos.
That sounds
And like,
dope.
the lore journals are written by Atreus in his perspective.
No, I can imagine because Kratos would never write in the
Yeah. So it's explaining like, oh, father walked away like as if it was nothing.
No, that's super cute. That's super duper
It's
cute.
great. Like the development between the two build up, and like it feels like you yourself are warming up to the characters.
Aw,
So he's
I
like,
that. I
so,
like
he's,
that.
so he's like Doom guy plus Snake.
If Snake was a child,
No,
Doing that is-
if
No,
Snake was a sickly boy,
no. I'm trying to like imagine what Kratos has evolved into as a character, because before he was just angry man, right?
Right.
And now he's like quiet angry
No, he's
man.
tired.
He's tired angry man. So kind of
Tired
like
angry
Doom
man.
guy these days.
I
He's
a-
just frustrated. And
I actually
angry.
really like the change in his voice actor for this.
Yeah.
Because it comes off, like, his tired tone comes
Yeah,
off
he's
really
super
well.
tired. He's like, I'm done.
Right, but like,
Meanwhile,
you know,
he's fucking
his god
eviscerating
magic.
people,
yeah,
yeah.
his god magic hasn't gone away.
I can imagine that.
You know, he can still kill things with no problem. He doesn't like doing it.
And the boy's like, why is Papa so strong?
And like, shut up, boy. Yes, father.
Yes, father.
But yeah,
Eat your beans or whatever.
I think there's a slight disconnect between some of the dialogue,
Yeah.
where I think the gravity of the situation doesn't translate well. Like, it feels like they were recorded separately sometimes.
Oh,
Right.
I can see that. Yeah.
Or like maybe the pacing of the game wasn't taken into consideration at that point.
It sounds like scheduling.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And apparently the voice actor of the child was told that, oh, this is for a movie.
Oh, okay.
Like, this movie is really long.
a lot of conversations.
Yeah, but like that's a solid game. I can see why it would like contend
Cool.
as game of the year. It's
Cool,
real
cool,
solid.
Super cool.
You
The
play
thing about the
anything else?
combat
Oh.
is it is stiff,
Yeah.
but once you learn how to work around it, because
Yeah.
there is a quick turn button,
Ah.
which
Wow, RE.
greatly makes some
RE.
combat real easy.
Yeah.
Like, you micromanage things. Like, the camera tends to not follow enemies when you want it to sometimes, which makes some of the harder challenges a bit frustrating.
Yeah.
But like, you can still like work around it, forgive the game for its problems sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
For
You
the most
got
part,
it.
it's a real solid package. You don't even need to play any of the God of Wars.
No, yeah.
Probably
I can
play
imagine.
one and you're good,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right? Because you get to like, oh yeah, he angry man, angry
man.
bald man with chain
Got it.
things, and now he's bearded man with axe.
Which one was the God of War where he was really suicidal? Was that 3?
That sounds like some 3, bitch.
No, yeah.
Like-
was 3 the one where he crawled out of hell?
That guy.
Oh no, 3 starts with you climbing with Gaia up to fight
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Power
yeah.
No,
Rangers.
yeah.
It's on the
That's
PSP
3.
game.
That's 3.
The
The Chain
PSP
of
game had
Olympus.
his brother, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there's
Chains
two.
of Olympus?
Yeah,
Chains
Chains
of
of
Olympus.
Olympus, and then
Ghost of Sparta.
Ghost of Sparta.
There you
Kratos
go.
finds his brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah.
Bratos.
Tokyo Drift.
Kratos. No, Virgil.
No.
Come on.
You know.
You know,
Kratos'
Virgil.
brother, Virgil.
He's wearing blue.
Yeah, Virgil.
He's just blue Kratos.
Blue Kratos.
Bratos.
Sounds like a cereal thing.
Instead of like,
Bratos.
the blades of Olympus, they're like 2 Yamatos strapped to his arms.
Oh, dude, I swear, the MC5 is so great.
Yeah.
Because if Virgil wasn't shown the way of the sword,
Yeah.
or anime,
Yeah.
he would have been a proper goth poet boy.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
It's so funny. But yeah, God of
Yeah,
War 4
what
is
else, man?
solid. Like, I'm having a good time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The story ramps up real good too. Because everyone's like, oh my god, you're a god from somewhere else? Does your son know? No, shut up. Don't tell him.
Don't
Don't
tell-
you fucking tell him.
Don't tell the boy.
I'm like, father, let's go kill some things. Come, boy.
Come, boy. Let us kill those things.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
You play anything else? Do anything else?
That's the big one. I've
Yeah.
been trying to put some hours into that. Like, I'd
Yeah.
stream that for like 3 hours straight.
Cool.
Yeah.
Super
Like,
cool.
this is a good video game.
Good
It
video
is. It
game.
looks
And also,
good.
like,
we talked to
um,
a snake once.
I was telling you, Raffina, because
Yeah.
you're the Marvel man.
Yep.
And you know more about the Thor than us.
Raffy's the Marvel
Little
man?
bit.
Okay.
Like, at the very least, within our circle, he
Oh,
knows
of
more
course.
of the
Yeah.
Marvel
Of
stuff
course,
than
of
us.
course.
So I was asking you, like, oh, there's literally the Bifrost in this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I asked, what's that rainbow bridge in Thor Ragnarok? Oh, the Bifrost? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally in this game. Because this is just Norse mythology.
Yeah.
And you go to the different realms. Those are different areas. What's the realm where it's just like fire and stuff? Not
Surtur.
hell.
No, that's the demon from that.
Hell is like the ice place, right? Because it's so
Yeah,
cold.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
What's that, the land of fire where nobody likes
Something
going there?
dark,
Yeah.
whatever.
Because it smells like fart. Because brimstone.
I forget which one. Yeah.
That particular realm is just combat trials.
I see.
So that realm is Bloody Palace?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Cool.
Which
Cool.
is funny. Like, I had access to this realm early on. Like, I wonder what's in here. Oh, it's just combat trial.
the bloody
Straight
palace.
up.
Yeah.
Like, this sword wants you to partake in this challenge. Then enemy show up. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Then go up to the
yes,
next room. It's global guts
Yes,
nonsense.
yes.
Yeah.
Global guts.
It's pretty funny that way.
You climb the Astro Crag.
Oh, dude, you
The
climb up
astral
a dead giant's asshole at some point.
Cool.
That's that.
Like
yeah,
he's,
I guess you could say
he's
that's
so
an
big,
aggro
he
crag.
makes an ice mountain for him.
Par for
And
the
like,
course.
we need the stake that went through his head. Where is it? Below the ice.
I believe that is Emir the giant.
I guess.
Yeah. Who, when he fell, created a lot of the world from his body parts.
I don't think he's that big.
No, in Norse mythology, it says his body parts created a whole bunch of the parts of the world, like the mountains, the lakes, his blood, that kind of shit. But I'm sure the God of War interpretation is more literal, like he made a mountain or something.
No, I think this was a different giant.
Oh, really? It's just
Right.
a giant, just a jobber.
They have names there, so
Okay,
like
okay.
I'm really not familiar, but I'm sure it's referencing something from Norse mythology because they seem to be really like accurate from the things I know.
Yeah.
And like Odin is really such an asshole, dude.
Big
yeah.
asshole.
Like,
You wouldn't
oh,
think-
I found this woman hot. She's the queen of the elves. But if you don't marry me, I'm gonna kill your elves.
Jesus Lord.
And like, fine, I'll marry you. Oh, also, you're forbidden to return to the land of the elves. Fuck.
yeah.
And also, I will put a curse on you, preventing you from hurting any other gods.
Wow.
And also, I hate you as my wife. Get out of my house.
God.
What
Who
an
would Who
asshole.
would expect such behavior
I
from
can't wait to kill the
award-winning
guy.
actor Anthony Hopkins?
Anthony Hopkins, why? Why,
Why
Anthony
would you
Hopkins?
do this? Why would you behave this
First
way?
Clarice, now this? Damn, Anthony Hopkins.
That's pretty much my
That's your wig?
Yeah, for the most part.
What about,
What about
the Shad
yeah,
Man?
let's go to the
No,
Shadowbringers.
not the Shad Man. That is very different.
No.
The Shad Man is... do not look that up.
Nah.
We are talking about
Shade.
the Chad Man. What's
Shad.
been going on in your
Shade.
life, Chad? Do not look up Shad Man. I'm serious.
Yes.
Am
What's
I
been going on with
regretting
you?
this?
Yes.
Well, not much, but currently I'm playing Final Fantasy XII on my Switch for the past few days.
Yeah,
Well.
boy.
Well.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's one of the
Is
good
it one of
games.
those special Zodiac editions?
Yeah.
It's like, you know,
Those are
the
complete
offline.
shit.
It's the offline FF11.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
For the
basically.
combat.
he's not wrong.
Basically.
It's pretty fun since I think I managed to play FF12 a few years back in
Yeah.
college, but I just borrowed the PS2 before, and then I finally managed to play farther from the game, like first 20 hours.
What's the difference between the special Zodiac Age edition and like the normal one?
I think it's the international edition
Yeah.
because that's a superior version of 12 on PS2.
They changed
and it has
it.
like fast forward issues.
Yeah,
right? Like,
for the
features.
Zodiac Age version, they implemented the international version, so they revamped the license board.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
And
yeah,
now
yeah.
you can
License board.
pick, I think you're gonna pick your job class based on zodiac signs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
And
Okay.
there's some improvements like for the first HD remastered version for the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So aside from fast improved visuals, they have the fast forward
Button.
feature. Yeah, the button.
That's amazing.
You have an
Yeah.
option of ×2 or ×4 for the speed.
Oh, that's super
So
cool.
it's-
Just like a YouTube
Yeah,
video.
it's good for grinding actually.
It's perfect for grinding.
Yeah, and the fun
Yeah.
part, when they launched it on the Switch and Xbox One, they had some nifty additions. Like, you have now the ability to switch class or reset your license board.
That's
Cool.
good. That's
Ah.
great.
So
Good
for,
stuff.
so for example, you don't like start your build or your job for, like, for example, for Van or for Ash, you can just reset it and start from the beginning.
you
Like, you're
refund
a
your
thief
points.
now.
Yeah, you refund your license points.
Or like you're a knight now. You're
Yeah.
a thief now. Yeah. Super cool.
It's pretty good.
And like I know they usually do this with like some of the later FFs. Like after the initial release, there's always an international release with like super bosses and other
Oh, yeah.
added stuff. It has that too.
They have, yeah, all of the additions from the previous version is being carried over to the Zodiac Age.
Right.
Super
This is like the
Nice.
best version of 12 out there.
Yeah.
That's great.
You
So,
know,
yeah.
you know,
Money-
like the only thing they could do to improve it more is to remove Van.
It's too late
Actually,
for that.
I know. But
I
that's
switched
on
Van
the
for
cover.
the entire party. Like, I always use Baltier, the real
Baltier,
protagonist.
yes.
Yes.
I played so little FF12, but I know this as a fact.
Okay, so for anyone out there not in the know,
Yeah.
when they designed FF12, Balthier was the original protagonist. But out of like because of a focus group test,
Ugh.
they were like, but the young people will not be able to relate to Balthier. We need to create a protagonist that the young people will, treat as a blank canvas to insert themselves into the story. Thus, we have Vaughn and Penelo.
Technically, Baltier is the Han Solo,
Yeah,
and
it's
Vance
supposed to
is the
be
Jar Jar
Ash.
Binks.
No, wasn't it supposed to be like Balthier is the Han Solo still?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
You're supposed to use Ash.
No, yeah.
Yeah, as the princess.
Right, but
Actually, it's the
she's a
princess.
woman. We can't have that as a protagonist.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
because
then they
Japan.
made Vaughn.
Yeah, I remember it's
Lord
like a promotion
Man,
before, in like a few years back. They promote Ash like the protagonist, the main
she was
character.
like, in a lot of the
dude.
promo material. I remember
Absolutely, yeah.
I was hoping, like, for example, with Vaughn being introduced later on, it's like he's the Locke version of FF12.
No, dude.
But sadly, it's not.
Ash would have been like Ash or Balthier. I mean, Ash or wait, did I say Balthier?
Yeah.
Balthier's
no,
the
no, no.
dude.
It's supposed to be Bosch.
Bosch, yeah.
Bosch
Bosch. Bosch
is the
is great.
original main
Who's
character.
Bosch?
Bosch is one of the Knights Guard.
Yeah, one of the Knights Guard, and he was, like, framed in
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
early
yeah.
part of the
He was
story.
framed for the murder of the king or blah blah blah.
Right.
Yeah, and he was the original main character, not Balthier.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
wasn't it supposed to be Rex instead of Vaughn?
It was supposed to be his brother.
There were
Rex.
Supposed to be.
so many supposed heroes.
And like
and instead we got stuck with Vaughn.
my one memory of FF12 that sticks to me to this day is this one cutscene in FF12 where all of the characters it was like one of the culminating scenes of like usually you see them all doing their own thing like this political figure is doing this one's
Right.
doing this one's doing this, but for some reason they're all in the same room now. And they're all talking about their goals, their aspirations, what we need to do. It's that big speech moment where everyone weighs in and says like, nah, we're doing this for the country, the revolution, blah, blah, blah. And like everyone is on point. Everyone's doing a great job. Balthier's being a good leading man. Bosch is like being a main character. The princess is like fighting for her country and shit like that. Everyone is saying like, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this. And like everyone starts doing that thing that like, you know that thing at the like during speeches where everyone chimes in with like and
my axe.
yeah,
You have my sword.
yeah, we'll do it for the country. We'll
And
do
then
it
we're
for
gonna
this.
take the
We'll
White
do it for
House.
the people. And then like everyone puts in their piece, and it should have ended there. And at the very end of it, Vaughn pipes up. And
like eggs.
no, and he just screams, and he screams, and for Rex. And Rex has not been mentioned in the story for ages. And like, I'm just like,
He's still holding the candle.
yeah, I had to jog my memory a bit. And I know your brother's important, Vaughn, but everyone just talked about the future of the country, the future of the empire, the future of the people. And you scream, and for Rex.
It was either that or I want to be a sky pirate.
No, yeah, but that's his whole thing. Oh, God, I hate Vaughn. I hate Vaughn so much.
What an empty character.
FF12 is so good.
It's so good.
Vaughn's a garbage fire.
I think I remember like there's one scene he explained like why he's making those excuses like he wants to be a sky pirate.
Yeah.
But it's
He's
kind of
a
it
child.
feels like a bit shallow.
It feels focus tested.
Yeah.
Focus group tested.
Okay,
And
what
also-
do kids do? What do kids like?
Facebook.
Sky pirates.
So which is worse, Tidus laugh or
No.
no,
I
that's
will
fine,
defend
that's fine.
Titus's laugh.
Yeah.
I will
Okay.
actually defend Titus's laugh
I'll
because
hear this.
it was actually a weird mistake of, I wouldn't say localization, but intent. Because they were intentionally laughing bad.
Yeah.
If you read the story, like,
No,
because
if
a
you
lot
watch the cutscene.
if you watch the cutscene, if you watch the whole cutscene, it like Titus
forcing
doesn't
it out.
really want to laugh
Right.
because
it's like a forced laugh, to stress out what is
No,
frustration, I think.
because Yuno was being all insecure.
No,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
Titus is like, you just gotta laugh it out.
yeah, laugh it out,
But
man.
he does this really shitty laugh.
Yeah,
and
and
it
then-
works.
Yeah,
That's
and
why Yuna does
if
it after.
you watch the whole cutscene, it's completely like in
There's
line.
context to it.
There's context to it, but if you just
Fine.
take it as is, it looks stupid. But I will defend Titus's laugh, just like I will defend FF10 too.
That's something else.
That's something
yeah.
entirely else. I can talk about FF10 too forever.
we need
Pizza
Aris on
ladies.
this.
Woohoo pizza ladies! You're not wrong. Adventure, spear
Charlie's
hunting.
Hey, look
Angels.
at us, Jessa.
Woohoo pizza.
I have a
time.
question. Wait.
Yeah.
Since we're at this
Chad?
FF, yes, for
Yeah.
Chad. What happened to FF11? Just I realized when you mentioned there is an FF11, it's also an online game. Whatever happened to
I
it?
think it's still
online.
The servers are still
Yeah, they're
online.
still up.
There's still active. There's still an active community.
But what's the difference between that and 14? Then?
They-
Everything.
They ended the story and they definitively said, okay, it's done. Support is done. We'll keep the servers online, but there's no more new stuff. The story is ended. And it's up to you guys to just
They start playing closing time.
No, but FF11 is a completely different world from FF14.
Yeah.
There are similarities of race. I mean, like the Lalafell are seriously just like the other small race, just with some changes, and it kind of ties into 14, but not directly. Because 14 deals a lot with like alternate dimensions and alternate realities and stuff like that.
The Spider-Verse of Final Fantasy.
No, that's what FF14 is. FF14 is the Spider-Verse.
Final verse.
It's the final verse.
The final verse.
Yeah, because they've managed to fit every Final Fantasy thing into this universe somehow.
You've told me this.
Through multiverse stuff. So 11 is kind of part of it, but not really.
Cool.
Yeah. So besides FF12, Chad, what have you been up to?
Well, I'm currently following like the model kit scene.
Oh yeah.
Because lately there's
Okay.
a new upcoming kit from Bandai, and it's outside from the Gunpla scene.
Okay.
It's far more of an original one. It's called the 30 minutes missions. So it's the high grade scale model kits.
Right.
And it's basically the Bandai version of Kotobukiya's frame arms.
Right. So it's like a
Okay.
base body of a robot with a bunch of like hard points
Okay.
that you can like choose armor sets and builds of your own volition.
Yeah.
So like
So
here's a base
customized.
robot body.
Yeah.
You can buy armor set A, armor
Yeah.
set B, armor set A in this color, weapon A, weapon B.
Can you mix and match?
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
you
you
totally
can buy
can.
like there are three color variants for the body, and you can mix match color schemes.
Oh, cool. So is the set like all about customizability and
Yeah,
stuff like
actually,
that?
and the best part is the pegs for each of the body parts is compatible,
With
are
high-grade
compatible with the high grade
Gunpla.
parts.
Cool.
So you can mix match with your gun plus and even
Yeah.
accessories from the build fighters or build divers.
Right.
And you
That's
can
fun.
create your own custom.
You know, we
mech.
totally need to have another build night with you guys.
We do.
Yeah.
It's been more than a year since we've built,
Yeah,
yeah.
since we went to
Stuff,
Chad's
right.
place and,
And we
like
thought-
built Gundams.
and we thought Migs was dead.
Yeah, we thought Samson was dead.
9 hours of silence.
He just
Yeah.
slept really long.
He slept
I guess
really
the
long.
tiring night.
Like my issue with like the Gundam, the Gunpla cartoons that have been coming out is like, sure they're unique kits, right? But you can see the base that they're inspired from.
Yeah.
Oh, like the build strike. Oh, it's a strike head,
Yeah.
hard strike body. Like it's a new mold, but like there's some aspects to it which you can still identify where this kit is coming from, where these parts are from, and it kind of feels like a little less inspired when it
That's
comes to
true.
that. Like instead of what the customs you see that other people make, where they sculpt completely new parts or whatever. This one is like, oh, I took an arm from this guy, took the legs from this guy, smushed them together into a robot, painted it green, and now it's
actually.
the death red blood scythe, whatever nonsense.
I'm actually surprised you can't do that yet. Like from different model kits.
You can do that now because a lot of the parts
Yeah.
have the same fittings.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier to do that. But with the addition of this new line, it gives you a base empty body, which opens up more customization options.
I
And
see,
also
I
like
see.
coming in around September, October, they're gonna launch another body. It's kind of a Zaku type body part. And
So
then-
like
a lot
rounded
wider,
armor.
yeah,
and stuff.
rounded shoulder and then a more mono eye.
Right, because
A
the
trash can
original
lid
one,
head.
yeah,
Not much, but it's like a igloo type of
Igloo
head.
type.
yeah,
Yeah.
because the current one is very boxy,
Yeah.
like very Gundam-esque.
It reminds me of like those Japanese arcade games. I think not the virtual on. I think something else. The boxy type.
Yeah.
You know, one of my favorite robots are the robots from Sakura Wars.
Oh yeah.
It's just big steam things with eyeballs.
Dude, there's a new game coming next year.
No, because like the Sakura Wars robot looks like if you stomp down on their feet hard enough, the lid on top will open like a trash can.
Yeah.
They look like that.
What does Sakura Wars bots look like again?
Steampunk robots.
Yeah.
Like everything is levers instead of like switches.
Yeah.
I'm
With
thinking
waifus.
Golem from Steam Detective.
No, wait.
Similar?
A
little bit.
Kind
Not
of.
really.
Okay.
You're gonna have to look it up.
Sakura War robots aren't pretty.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
Okay.
Have you seen the model kits, the old ones?
No.
Really old
There
They
are.
made
ones?
a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And the plastic isn't not really good, but it's up. It's more of you're required to paint it.
Man, you know,
Ah.
like I like it whenever Chad's here because we get to talk about model building and stuff, which we don't really talk about that much. And I know you're really into it, Migoy.
Right.
But like, I've only ever like built it like twice or something. But I've always really enjoyed it.
It's good.
And
calming.
like, it's calming. It's like
It's very zen.
Whenever I do it, it's the least stressed I've been throughout the whole year, or something like that. And like,
You could use another session. My dude.
I could use another session.
Yeah.
I could use another.
Actually, there's a new line from Kotobukiya.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I mentioned this before, but it's the smaller scale model kits.
The
that
desktop heroes?
Yeah, I tried. No. The other one. It's the
Oh,
Hexagear.
right.
I think we
Hexagear.
tried building that few
Those
months
look
back.
really cool, but they're
Cool.
really small.
They're so small, and the parts are really small. You could lose them if you drop it.
Imagine
no.
building a GI Joe,
Oh.
but
Yeah.
it's highly like dynamic,
Articulated.
and
Yeah,
then you build the
articulated.
machine they're gonna ride.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Okay.
So it looks cool, but like, dang, they small.
Mhm.
And I just previously bought one the latest kit been released last week, and it's more of like a samurai thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
And he has extra arms on his back.
And he has a hair accessory,
Yeah,
cool.
And the best part, you can turn it into a centaur.
like the stupid like
Right.
super robot things.
Most things are better if you can turn it into a centaur. Okay, Raffy?
That's just categorically.
Yeah, that's just
correct.
fact.
Emile,
That's
think
just a fact.
think of Enki from Gurren Lagann,
Okay, you got me.
where he crosses his arms and there are swords on his back.
You
Yeah.
got me.
That.
Yeah, you got me. Okay, Anki.
It's
Okay,
pretty
you
good.
got
It's
me.
pretty good.
Mm,
And then I think there's an upcoming kit of the same model, and it's an archer type.
cool.
And it's a long bow version, of the Japanese medieval times.
Awesome.
Yeah,
No,
and like
I'm super into that.
one of the earlier ones is like just it's like Samus from Metroid.
Oh yeah.
Imagine Zero Suit Samus, but with more things.
Oh,
Like
okay.
sexy tight suit lady, but with a laser sword with a bunch of guns.
Yeah.
A bazooka sometimes.
Machine guns with blades.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Man, more people need to get into like building stuff because like it's so calming. I really enjoy it.
When we were doing it with you,
Yeah.
like that's the quietest I've ever seen you.
Oh yeah. Because
just
usually I
fixing
can't
your
shut
little
up.
things
Yeah. I was
and-
reading the
like
manual
a solid 45 minutes.
of me not talking.
Yeah,
Right.
around that time, like a straight 15 maybe.
At least.
At least a 15, like just Emile like tinkering with his little things.
Oh, dude, have you seen that like 2-panel Snapchat story of character development that I shared the other day?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I've
It's
been
like-
seeing that all week.
It's like some guy who bought a model kit and he opens the box and the Snapchat just says, "What the fuck? This thing doesn't come assembled. What the hell?" And his next Snapchat is like, "Yo, I actually built it. I'm really glad I did this. It was really enjoyable."
And it turns out to be Frieza from Dragon Ball
yeah, it's
Z.
Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. What the fuck? It's really cool.
Bandai is really good with that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
compared to how they were back in 1995, it's real easy to build the model kits now. Like, they basically idiot-proofed it. It's you
Yeah,
can
Shit, it's
you
not
can build
getting-
it without like messing it up.
They have
Like,
snappy
even
parts.
if you do, it looks great.
Snappy parts.
Snappy parts. They do it well. Some other companies can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like the older brands.
Right. Bandai is somehow like the expert on it still.
Are there other brands that do model kits?
No,
I don't. I'm not.
Kotobukiya.
I don't know.
And
Ah.
Aoshima, like more on scaled vehicles,
Right.
and even Macross.
Cool.
Right, right. The
Super
Macross brand tends to bounce around
Oh
sometimes.
yeah, from Bandai and then Aoshima,
Right.
and then I think there's another one. Forgot, but it's more on scaled models of World War II ships.
Oh yeah,
planes.
I know someone who I follow on Facebook. He bought one of the Tamiya tanks, and then he built it. It looks amazing. And
Yeah.
his rant was like, "Oh my god, I spent 8 hours building the fucking tank treads. I hate this thing so much. But now I have to paint this goddamn thing. I'll see you next week."
Oh man, like if anyone were to get into the hobby, Chad, like, is there like a brand you recommend, a line you
Or
recommend?
like with the same line of thinking earlier, like where do you recommend they start?
Well, you can start on Bandai's Gunpla.
is model
Which
building
specific?
excuse me, is model building like wrestling?
Well,
Please, Chad, take this for-
technically, it's like the NXT or high grade.
Okay,
Oh, nice. That's good, that's good.
Here we go. Here we
That's
go.
pretty good.
And then like and New Japan Pro Wrestling for like the MG, the more elite stuff.
Yeah,
This is how you explain stuff to Raffy. Yeah.
It's just like wrestling.
It's just like wrestling, Raffy.
Culinary arts, it's just like wrestling.
Just like wrestling, man.
Bartending, just like wrestling.
Yeah, dude. It's just like wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh, before we move on,
What's up?
I consumed some media.
Oh, all right.
We talked about video games, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, sure.
I consumed, I think, one of the most pivotal anime in anything.
I've been seeing you post about this. Yeah.
Relates to giant robots as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. That's
I
why.
finally watched the Neon Genesis
Evangelion.
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 How'd you find that penguin?
That's some good stuff, man.
What about the penguin, though?
The penguin's great. Pen's the best.
Pen's the best.
Pen is the best.
Pen is the best.
Is it like wrestling though?
Is it? Oh,
Dude,
kind of.
If
kind
wrestling
of.
was about the depression art
Yeah.
Sometimes it is.
and how you have to wrestle your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Chris Benoit.
Big wrestling.
Right, so I consumed all of it. I consumed the main show, which is the important one. I watched it in the Japanese dub.
Yeah.
And because there's an issue with the Netflix English translation where
yeah.
it's wrong.
How
I
different?
heard so.
How different is this Netflix version?
I
'Cause I've
think
been hearing
they
things.
translated the script, but no one actually watched the show.
Ooh.
So some terms get mispronounced.
So localization problem.
Yeah,
not
I think
translation.
that way.
I
Okay.
also heard that they try to tone down the gay
The gay
subtext.
undertones.
yeah,
which is-
they kind of did.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either. I don't like that either.
Right.
But
But the show itself is still there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any other major changes. Some of the nitpicks are like from the articles I've seen. Some of them are actually.
Oh,
just
dude, there's
nitpicky.
one big change. Don't fly me to the moon.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's
ending.
a big
oh,
one.
right, I heard.
That's like a fucking deal breaker, isn't it?
I don't know, man. I can live
Fly
without
me
it.
to the moon.
And, like,
Come on.
if you didn't know, you're missing out. But if you do know, that's the end theme.
But I did hear though that Netflix Japan got the rights, but not Netflix NA,
Everywhere else.
Everywhere else. For some reason, so
That
if you were
sucks,
Netflix
yeah.
Japanning, it would be "Fly Me to the Moon."
Right.
But if you were Netflixing anywhere else, it's that other song.
You're
Then
pretty.
VPN all the
it's-
way.
It's
Mm.
a bunch of other songs from the series.
Yeah.
The same song in different versions.
I guess the license can't go
Yeah.
outside Japan.
It's like how the Zeta Gundam openings didn't
yeah.
make it outside of Japan
Oh,
either.
yeah, speaking of license, I think
Yeah.
you guys heard about the news with Harmony Gold.
Harmony
What?
Gold.
And
Harmony
with
Gold? What's that?
they just
What's Harmony Gold?
Harmony Gold is the one handled the license for Macross in the West
Okay.
Oh,
or
geez.
outside
right.
Japan.
right.
So
you mean
they
Robotech,
just
sir?
well, it's more of a bad news for you guys.
Really?
'cause
What is
Harmony
this?
Gold and Tatsunoko, I think,
Right.
Tatsunoko. Okay.
just
Okay.
extended the license 35 more years.
Meaning-
35 more years.
Meaning, Harmony Gold has the rights for the Macross license, and the other two, the Mospeda and
So that means
Southern Cross.
nothing
No
showing up
distribution?
on Netflix.
Most likely.
Nothing
that
showing up on the
sucks.
Crunchyrolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Crunchyroll?
Yeah.
Jesus.
They have to make the deals.
That sucks.
Because technically they're cock blocking anything new Macross
No,
outside
yeah.
Japan.
No, yeah.
And that new one looks good because it's a continuation of the old show.
Yeah.
I wanna-
And
I
I,
wanna
think
check that
they're
out,
gonna
Sana.
bank with the plan with Sony Pictures to produce the Robotech movie.
Okay. So it's still in that weird license thing.
Yeah, but
thing, how with
still the
Robotech.
movement on the production is
That
still
sucks.
slow.
So how was watching the
All right.
the birthplace of a lot of tropes?
It's great. Like, actually, some people say, like, oh my god, Evangelion's not a super robot movie. Or a show, or
It's
rather.
not a super robot.
It's not.
Dude, it's super robot as fuck.
It
what are you
is.
talking about?
It's super robot as fuck, but at the same time, it like kind of like I don't know if I'm correct because I'm not a super robot guy. I mean, I like super robots, but I wouldn't call myself an authority on super robots.
you
Like,
need to get a license for that.
no, yeah. I
a whole thing.
Yeah,
You need to
yeah,
pilot
dude,
the
it's a
super
whole
robot.
You need to
thing.
pilot the robot at 16.
But like, I always felt like that Evangelion was poking fun at tropes of super
oh yeah,
robot stuff.
that's it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it pretends to be one hard on at the start.
Yeah,
right?
exactly,
And it
exactly.
constructs it. Like,
Right,
it's-
and it super does the monster of the week thing.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
only
it did,
mentioned
it did.
It does a
Makes
lot of
sense.
other tropes from like older super robot shows,
And
like
then does
pre-Gundam.
like a weird play on it, right?
Yeah, then it turns super 180.
Yeah.
Dude, you know the one thing about Evangelion that's always freaked me out, and I think it's helped my claustrophobia. Like whenever I think back to a cockpit filling up with it, like
LCS liquid.
yeah, with LC liquid, I'm just like, oh, I don't want to
Breathe this yellow drink.
breathe the liquid, Shinji.
breathe this
liquid.
royal true orange.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes me freak out, like, just thinking of being in a cockpit. I'm just like, oh, God.
So how did that help? You
No.
said it
I
helped.
said it helps my claustrophobia, meaning that it increases it.
It
You
hurt
helped it in the
you.
wrong way.
It helps make it worse when I think back to that
It
scene.
buffs your claustrophobia.
It buffs it. It buffs it.
Time to fly your fears.
Yeah, it's positive in a sense that it increases my
I
claustrophobia.
thought help in a sense.
No,
that
no.
It helps with my claustrophobia.
No, man. So
Okay, weird.
Evangelion.
Evangelion.
No, so like I regret not watching it during its heyday because like I really enjoyed the show. I think it actually helps because some people say I don't want to watch Evangelion while I'm depressed because given how the heavy tones of the show like can relate especially to teenagers, impressionable teenagers.
I heard that it gets heavy.
No,
Yeah, like
but
it deals
like-
with a lot of like family issues as well.
No, but like I don't think because there's some shows you want to avoid while being depressed because it romanticizes depression and suicidal tendencies.
this is not that.
yes.
It's
I
not
don't
that.
like
I don't
that.
think Evangelion is one of those series that does that. If ever, it paints a bad picture
Yeah.
of like what it's like to be in this like position.
And it kind of gives you like an answer of how to deal with them.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have a shitty dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like characters actually bring up the issue to the main character
Exactly.
about about his insecurities and
Mm-hmm.
like it also paints a scenario now he didn't get help because everyone just like I'll let him deal with it,
Nah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then that becomes a different like talking point in the show as well. Like,
Exactly.
he's like this because we didn't do this.
No, I think like Shinji is an exploration.
Yeah,
Into the
and
topic.
it's great that way. So like
What?
What an artsy fartsy
No, no,
comment.
this-
God damn it.
Shinji is an exploration.
Raffy,
Raffy?
this show is that.
All right.
The
Okay.
final episode where the money disappears.
Okay, Raffy. Okay, Raffy.
Man.
Let me explain to you why Shinji is wrestling.
Good for the day. I'm good for the day.
God damn.
Actually.
Which one is Triple H?
Shinji is wrestling.
Shinji is wrestling.
His mom is Triple H or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
something.
Oh, so like I watched the show.
Yeah.
Then I watched the movies after the show. Which,
Oh, end of 8.
both the one that summarized the show with
Those are
some
on
added
Netflix?
scenes. Yeah, they're all on Netflix.
I thought it was just a series.
And then the end of Eva's on Netflix.
Oh,
so
okay.
it finishes the show.
Cool.
So after that, where am I to go? I go to the rebuild movies where the titles
Ooh.
don't make a bit of sense.
Ooh.
And that, my friends,
We will not
that's
advance.
a super robot.
Yes,
thing.
that is the
thing
super robot one.
Stupid.
Yeah. We will not. We will
The
not
third
advance.
movie is bonkers.
Oh man, money.
Like money, but let's go time skip.
I've actually never watched.
Misaki is like a space pirate captain.
No, yeah, I've never watched the new ones. I've never watched the new ones.
It's insane, and it's not done yet.
Oh, what?
The Rebuild 1 came out in 2007.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Rebuild 3 came out in
I've
2016.
never watched any of the rebuilds.
Rebuild 4 comes out next year.
What the hell?
Is it the
It's
final
not
or not?
done yet.
Fuck. What the
Even the
fuck?
final?
I can't imagine
Shit.
people who watched the first movie and
Yeah.
had to wait that long for something that isn't finished yet.
Now you know how Berserk fans feel.
So it begs the question, which finished first? Like One Piece or
I don't know, dude.
One Piece
is a
or Detective
completely
Conan?
different- One Piece is so.
God.
No, here's the thing. I don't even know if Rebuild 4 will finish it,
That's
given
the
how
thing.
the third one went. Because the
dude.
first movie and the second movie are like a different retelling of the same events. Then 3 just jumps the stupid shark immediately.
Man, I wonder how the guy who made Ava feels about the rebuilds. He's the one.
I
Is
think
he?
he's still there.
Is he? Is he? Mm.
Well, like, I'm not the expert on the Evangelion thing,
Yeah,
but
me
apparently
neither.
there's a manga where, because you know that it's a loop, right?
It is.
There's apparently a manga series where Shinji remembers all of them.
Ooh, so like, okay, no spoilers.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's one of those.
Yeah. I was about to say something.
Right. So it's one of those. Apparently that's what people want to be animated to.
That's super cool.
And then I think the rebuild is like something that doesn't have like a manga equivalent, I think.
Okay.
It's just going insane and like, oh, look at all this merch we can make. Hi,
Oh, yeah.
Bandai.
Oh yeah, I mean
That's where all those kits came from. Now I now see
that's what Eva is. That's what Dragon Ball is. That's what One Piece is.
Fucking-
Merch machines,
merch machines.
Just like
Look
wrestling.
all those figure.
just like wrestling.
That's a real
Wrestling.
analogy.
Mhm.
New gimmick, new shirt.
Oh my god, that was
Oh.
the big media consumptions I did.
Oh, what about you, Chad? You watch anything?
Not much right now.
Not
Just
much.
gonna
Anime,
focus on game. I was
games?
actually looking forward for the new season anime.
Really?
Season.
What are you looking forward to?
I think the one that talk about I think Fire Force.
Fire
the hell is
Force.
Fire
Fire
Force?
Force?
It's like it's like Soul Eater, but just like a group of firefighters. They're fighting.
Oh, is that the one also
fire.
made by Trigger?
Cool.
Not sure it's Trigger.
No, Trigger. That is Promare.
Yeah, Promare
That's
is the
different.
movie,
That's different.
Movie.
but this
Promare
one
is
is a
a movie?
series. I think it's Promare.
I didn't
is a
know it
movie.
was a movie. Shit.
What is a firefighting anime?
You know,
I've seen the
firefighters.
trailer for
What is
that.
it?
I know, I haven't seen it,
But
but I know
instead
what
of
Chad's
dosing
talking
it with
about.
water, you
Yeah.
like trying to punch them. I think. But it's kind of hype.
Really?
No,
actually.
super
The
cool.
trailer's
Punch the
pretty
fire?
cool.
Yeah.
Punch the fire.
Because one
Is this-
guy's like a pyromancer.
Okay.
What?
Are you
Wait,
fucking
wait, wait,
shitting
wait,
me
wait,
right
wait.
now? Are you fucking shitting me
Dude, you
right
gotta
now?
watch the trailer.
A firefighter and they have a pyromancer on their team? That sounds
Technically-
counterintuitive.
No, he pulls the fire out and puts it somewhere else.
He beats the
Just
crap
like
out of the
pyro.
fire.
Oh, he beats the crap. Okay, I thought he was
beats the
starting
crap.
Dude, you can
fires.
check the
Fire.
trailer. I actually can check the trailer now.
No, okay, we got to get into this. We got to remember the title.
Holy shit. That is bonkers.
Oh,
dude.
that's
I
super
was
good.
making fun of it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's even.
it's crazier than I thought.
Oh man.
I was thinking like they'd have super moves and like, but yeah, it's fact.
So, Mr. Host Man.
Yeah.
What about your week?
Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
Is that everything you want to talk about, Chad?
Yeah, Chad.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, I gotta get passing it to Raffy now.
Raffy, you watched that Chernobyl, right?
Oh, dude, I watched the first Chernobyl song.
How the-
Chernobyl.
man.
How depressing was it?
Not depressing.
Really?
Not the present. The
Not the
first
present.
episode is just real heavy.
No.
Oh, okay.
Here's why Chernobyl was super interesting to me, and like while watching it,
To make clear, Raffy is speaking about the show,
the show, well,
not Chernobyl in general.
It's about that.
The place is also like super interesting,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and like there are two things we know about Chernobyl. it
Sounds like you're about to generalize something real bad.
Radiation.
no, radiation is one,
Okay.
and two is evacuated. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
They covered that shit in like the first 2 episodes, and there are 3 more, and then we're like, "Where's the show going? Like, what
Exactly.
story can they tell still?"
Actually, yeah.
Right?
What the hell?
The big thing like there's no spoilers. Like this is real life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
the-
can't spoil that.
The explosion,
Yes.
the nuclear reactor explosion happens at the very start,
Yep.
Where it should.
where it should like
And it was the
I-
night of, right? The first episode.
Yes,
The night of
I
when it
thought
happened.
it was like they were gonna build up leading to the events, and then the
And then
final
it ends
episode
there
it ends with the explosion.
with the explosion.
No, it starts explosion and then after.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. And then like I was wondering what else kind of a story. At this point, I still haven't figured it out. Like I guess they want to tell the story of who's really responsible and like which people weren't doing their jobs right or made mistakes that contributed to that night.
Right.
Because they give a whole backstory as to how a core that's RBMK or something that's not supposed to explode. That's supposed to be like safe. But somehow, some way, the
It
core
exploded.
exploded.
Okay.
And then like no one can figure it out. Even the smartest guy. in
Even
the
till
show.
now.
I don't know if until now, but at the show, like there's this guy who knows everything about radiation. Like he's the protagonist kind of.
He's radiation man.
He's radiation man. And then he's like, here I come to save the day. And
Hoggish
then,
greed.
yeah. And then he goes, yo, this is an insane amount of radiation. We just gotta go. I know that this, all this. And then at the he gets confronted by the one basic fact that like their government is using to cover this up and be in denial, which is an RBMK reactor or a core doesn't explode. How did it explode?
Okay.
And even he can't answer it.
Okay.
So like it's this big confounding
Real mystery.
mystery through it all. So I don't know, maybe sabotage, maybe I don't know yet. So that's the main thing that they're trying to figure out. One thing I want to say, it's a good show, riveting show. One thing that bugs me though
What?
I'm the sin with this.
I hate it too with every
Samson
fiber
is in the same boat with
of
you
my
too.
being. Everyone is talking in a British accent.
Everyone has a British accent.
I mean, is it their fault?
Russian.
What?
Are they actually British?
Yeah.
Some of them are American, I believe.
I guess so, but like they're in Russia. They're playing Russians.
And
Everyone is Russian.
Dude.
Okay, wait.
Imagine I have a British accent, comrade.
Yeah. Hello, comrade.
Okay. I was under the assumption that this was a documentary.
No.
No.
It's not?
It's a
TV
mini
drama
series.
show.
It's a TV drama show.
Okay, now that makes more sense to me because I thought you were on people's case for their accents.
No.
Okay,
no,
good. So, wait, it's people in Russia
Yeah.
with British accents?
Yes.
Oh, we're going over to the Pripyat.
Here's the thing. It's not even a consistent accent.
Yeah, it's different
Different
areas.
accent.
Hello,
Welsh
comrade.
accents. They're like Irish, vaguely Irish
Right.
accents.
It's not like Cockney accent,
The-
but like it's different people's take on what they think is a British accent.
Oh,
So
no.
it's inconsistent.
I don't understand.
And legit,
why.
they go comrade every now and
They
then.
go comrade.
It's
Would-
weird.
Would you like to think, what happened, comrade? And it's like,
You know,
What
so
am I
weird.
watching?
my favorite example of this problem
yeah.
is is from the movie Valkyrie with Tom Cruise, because the movie Valkyrie explores the assassination attempt on Hitler from within the German forces,
Okay.
Oh no.
and basically in this movie, Tom Cruise plays a somebody who is in Hitler's army, right? Who is plotting to assassinate Hitler.
All right.
And everyone in this movie is German, right? Everyone has a German accent
Yes.
except for Tom Cruise, who is playing a German in Hitler's army.
You sound
He's
so
using
like
Tom
me.
Cruise accent.
No, dude,
Is he American?
no, he's not.
He's not.
He's not.
Oh, okay.
His character is German.
His character is German.
Oh my goodness.
But,
and-
but like, does he have an American accent? Is what I'm saying.
Yes, he's just Tom Cruise. He's just being Tom
In my
Cruise.
perspective,
Tom Cruise
I was
as Tom
American.
Cruise.
It's just Tom Cruise with an eye patch. And like,
I wonder who's the mole.
and like,
It's me, General.
oh,
Sips on Coca-Cola.
it's the weirdest thing ever. Because when I started watching that movie, everyone was German accent, and Tom Cruise walks up. And he speaks in an American accent, but he's in Hitler's army, and everyone around him is like acting like this isn't the problem. And I'm just like, is he just a really good spy? It's like, what's going on here? And then later on, I'm like, no, he's German. He's supposed to be German. He's supposed to be in Hitler's army, and this is a story about Germans wanting to assassinate Hitler.
Maybe it's a story from Tom Cruise's perspective. Where in his mind, he doesn't have to do an
I was
accent.
so confused at the start of the movie. I was like, what is Tom Cruise?
It's a lot worse than what we're talking
What is Tom Cruise here?
It betrays the actual narrative.
It does. I
For
was
the
so
betterment of
confused.
the audience. I guess.
But
I
like
don't
a
know.
morphing accent as well, I think is bad. Like for
it's a-
Chernobyl.
it pulls you out.
Yeah,
Pulls
it
you
does.
out.
It
Like,
really
every
does.
every time they say comrade in British,
It's
like,
weird.
and they say like Vasily, like Vasily.
Vasily, hello,
Vasily.
comrade.
We're
bizarre.
going over to the Pripyat.
It's me, Tracer.
It's not quite that.
Okay.
It's not quite that, but like, it's
weird
I don't
enough.
understand why they did it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand why they can't just. Why didn't they like mimic Russian accent?
Yeah.
Like the Russian accent, or like
Hello.
like Hunt for Red October, wherein they speak Russian at the very start, and then they
Then
slowly
it morphs into
English.
Yeah, then okay na.
Yeah,
At
it
least
should have been like that.
we show in universe that they're Russian, and then like for our convenience,
Man, your Red
Become
October
red.
example is so much better than mine. Mine was gonna be mine was gonna be the World of Warcraft movie when they're speaking in
when
Orcish.
it goes into English.
Yeah, and it slowly morphs into English. That was gonna be my
That works too.
example.
that works too.
Yeah,
That works
oh,
too. That works
shit.
too.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, dude, that movie is something else.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Gul'dan just vapes a guy.
You're not wrong.
Did you watch the Warcraft movie, Chad?
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He just goes, wait. he sucks on a guy.
It just vapes him.
Yeah,
It's like
I saw
you're
that.
watching a YouTube video, especially when the humans show up.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
And fucking Medivh, man.
Medivh
It's like
is
he's the
glistening.
protector. He's the guardian.
It's so
and,
weird.
And we're under siege. We gotta call the guardian. And what do? We gotta walk all over to this place. There's no way to signal the guardian.
No, you
He casts a spell.
no, you
Hold
walk
on.
all over to his place. You get to the top floor, and there he is in his shirtless beauty, sculpting a golem.
Yeah. Hey, Medivh.
Maybe,
We're all dead. Like everyone's dead.
yo, Medivh, maybe do your job.
Christ. You can't call him on his phone or nothing.
You send him a text message.
Yeah, can you like? Does he not check his PM?
Yeah, fucker's too busy like bathing in his.
Hey, Mandy, you got PM.
Yeah, dude, got PM.
Reply sent.
This guy's too busy sculpting golems and taking a bath in his mana pool.
Scenes.
Yeah.
Medivh senior mess.
What a movie.
Yeah.
So,
alright.
besides
Yeah,
Chernobyl, or like Chernobyl more?
What else is there to say about Chernobyl?
Yeah.
It's just really great. Aside from the accents bits,
It's
just
good.
Really,
I'm enjoying it.
Where are you watching it?
we went to the Lending Links.
It's an HBO show.
Oh,
It's an HBO show.
yeah.
Oh, that means lending links.
I went to the ones wherein like every click is a new pop up.
No, yeah, those are bad. Those
Oh
are
no,
bad.
you can get them from my source
Okay.
so that you can view it whenever you want.
Okay.
Oh.
Sure, PM link.
They have to
Yeah,
download.
Yeah.
PM link.
Oh,
PM
PM
link.
link.
Okay.
Give me
Netflix.
the series of 6 numbers.
On to less shady topics.
What license plate do you need? if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got-
Give me the license plate.
Jesus. All right. Games.
Games,
I have-
man.
I have played a game.
A game?
A game.
Okay.
More like the game.
Are we
This
talking
doesn't work. Dark Souls. I've played.
D game?
started.
game.
I went back to Dark Souls 3 again.
Ooh.
My save was left in my old laptop. So, and Dark Souls 3 does not have cloud saves.
Wait a
Oh, that
minute.
sucks.
It's stupid and dumb.
No, wait a minute. Doesn't that game have spiders in it?
Yeah, hella spiders, dude.
That's why you need someone to
Yeah.
team up.
No, I haven't encountered them yet, and that's why I've been using guides and junk.
Is there like a you know how Skyrim has a
The bear mod.
spiders to bears mod?
Yeah.
Where it just replaces all spiders with bears?
I love that. That is the number one thing I download.
Dude, it's amazing to see a bear like slowly descend
Descending
from with like that string of silk coming from its butt.
Yeah, dude. And like it's upside down while it's making, instead of it's hissing, it's like, oh.
They need
And
to
then-
make that for Dark Souls.
The other bit is like when you're walking through the swamps.
Yeah.
And then an explosion of dust from something that's burrowed.
Yeah.
And it's a wolf. Because you replaced it with wolves.
No, yeah.
You replaced
Yeah.
the spiders.
Yeah.
Wait. And then you're like, huh, wolves don't do that.
Yeah, they don't.
That's fine. It's-
I mean,
Yo.
if you can have Thomas the Tank Engine as your dragon, anything's possible, right?
Yo,
If
I'm
you
not
could make a Deathclaw make Macho Man Randy Savage noise.
No, yeah. You know, I'm not sure if we've discussed it on the podcast before, but like, is it spiders you have a problem with or anything spider-like?
Spiders and then
Spider-
crawl.
sometimes insects.
What about spider-likes? Because there
Spider legs for sure.
No, because there are giant crabs in Dark Souls.
Oh my god, I can't with those. They
Giant
walk at
enemy
you
crab.
sideways.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's how
The fuck?
that's how
What the fuck?
that's how actual crabs walk. Hey.
There's a story in God of War
That
about
is funny and creepy at the same time,
Yeah,
Chad.
dude.
Wait. There's a story
Hey,
about
come
that
play
in
with
God of
me.
War 4,
Yeah.
where like the mother told her son, her crab son,
Yeah.
you should walk forward with pride. Then the son goes, why don't? Then Atreus goes, but the mom would be a crab too, right? Why doesn't the son say that? Why don't you try walking forward, mom? Then Kratos goes like, that was the story. You told it.
I don't get it.
No, it's like
Okay.
basically he told the punchline. Yeah.
The mom was being hypocritical.
Yeah,
I see, I
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Walk forward, child.
Yeah.
But like, mom,
We're crabs.
we're crabs.
We
You
walk
can't do it
sideways.
either. We walk sideways.
All right, son. Whatever. Gets off the boat. Yes.
So, Dark
Spiders,
Souls.
spider-like, some forms of
Yeah,
insects.
you were
even.
freaking out about the Impusa demons in DMC5.
What's impulsive demon?
Those ant demons,
yeah,
the four-legged spider.
Yeah.
Four-legged
It's 'cause they
spider.
crawl.
Is everything just with,
crawls?
Multiple legs.
Crawls, multiple legs,
Skinny
big
legs,
butts.
yeah.
When
They cannot
there's
lie.
even like a hint of a spider, I'm not down with that.
Mr. Raffy Lanes is averse to big butts.
No, that the combination
lie.
of long limbs and big butts.
Long limbs and thoraxes, maybe.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's where the
Yes.
brains
No,
are.
don't say big
I
butts.
can't. Okay, whoa. Yes.
You cannot thorax?
You are experiencing live freak out right now.
Oh no!
I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
Oh no! Let's get back to it. How's the Dark Souls?
All it takes is for like my brain to go like it's icky, and then
okay.
I'm done for the night.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, so far I know how to cheese the spiders from Dark Souls. Avoid the crabs. Like there's this whole area where there's just giant crabs, and there are a bunch of items in the swamp. And then,
Run mash circle.
I'll live with those without those items.
I don't need them.
Yeah.
You know, if you get kind of near them, but not near enough for them to smack you with a claw, some of them do a water gun with their mouth.
Does it cause damage?
Yeah.
Gross. Anyway, that, and then the last time I got stuck was with the. That's why I stopped playing Dark Souls, was when I went to the water ladies.
The water ladies.
There were like ladies in the water, and then I approached them to kill them. And then
They killed you.
the other half of their body popped up from the water, and there were spiders. And
Oh, okay.
okay.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Then that was an alt F4.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
Man,
the last time.
you gotta record these sessions.
Maybe I should.
They have to be priceless.
Maybe I should when I get to that part again.
No, yes, please,
Yeah,
please,
yeah, yeah.
please,
Also,
please.
like,
There's
funny
a-
story, how we got Mr. Venturin to start streaming was,
Yeah.
we were on Discord, he was playing Dark Souls, and he just kept yelling. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, you should stream. This sounds hilarious.
No, yeah.
alright,
You should
alright,
totally at least
Okay.
record. Because, you know...
It's just alt,
Laptop
it's
can
Raffy
handle
alt F4ing everything.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Stream
For
it.
5 minutes, eh?
I mean, last time we recorded you running away from the storm in Apex Legends. That was pretty cool too.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Not shouting.
Yeah, how you left your teammates behind.
I remember there's still one deep accursed encounter.
Okay.
Those are giant spiders. Like, I have a sixth sense of a spider. Like, there's only 2 deep accurseds in all of Dark Souls 3.
Okay.
And I sensed one without using the guide.
Okay.
I was like, I went into this room, and then there were like mild spider webs. So that's like
Clue
that's
number
like
one.
The clue
Yeah.
number 1.
Mild spider webs.
Yes, the chance of spiders has risen up.
Increased.
Yeah, yeah,
Increased,
yeah.
yes.
Tenfold.
Tenfold.
Yes, and then like there was an item sitting in the middle of the room. I was like, oh, fuck
No,
this
that's
shit.
fucking
No,
suspicious.
oh,
Fucking.
no,
yeah,
I'm out of here.
Fuck it.
I leave the room. Just as soon as I leave the room, I hear like slam on the ground behind me, and then there's a giant fucking ass deep accursed. It's like it looks like Aldrich. Aldrich is a spider, right?
He's more of like a formless blob.
Okay, not Aldrich. A giant spider, whatever. It's a giant spider.
Okay.
Big old butt,
Okay.
big old face, all the legs,
Okay.
all the symptoms of a spider.
All
know?
the symptoms.
you
of
might be
the
talking about-
spider.
Kaylana?
Maybe.
You-
Yeah.
The sexy lady with the spider butt.
Oh, Kelana is
Spider butt.
is
Quaylana.
Well, you
Quaylag. Yeah, thank you, Donna. Quaylag.
Quaylag.
Yeah. No, there's 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I encountered Kelana.
Kelana, yeah,
but she's
yeah.
dead because like
Oh,
it's
big dead.
future.
No, yeah.
I get her tome and junk. Anyway, with that also, like the tome is right in front of Kelana, her corpse, right?
Yeah.
Petrified and shit. So what I did was, okay, Denise, tell me when I'm at the blue thing. When I'm at the white thing. I'm on the bottom. Okay.
Yeah, because her lower body is like she's the centaur equivalent of a spider.
She's a full spider in
Oh, for
In
real?
Raffy's eyes.
No sexy lady body.
No, I've seen the eyes.
No
man.
boobies?
Oh
What?
yeah. No, but she's there, right?
Yeah, she's there.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter
she's
to you.
not female form na.
Oh really?
She's full-on
just
spider.
full-on
She turned
spider.
into full-on spider.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to record these things for awareness.
Yeah, do it, man.
Of the spiders.
Yeah, dude. You gotta warn.
Spider menace.
You gotta warn the world.
There's got to be like a
Serve as a
thing you can
beacon.
set.
Yeah.
There's got to be a thing you can set on Twitch Live. Like,
Oh, yeah.
chatters alert me when the spiders are here. Then like some notif happens.
No, yeah.
Give me $5 when there's a spider coming.
No, dude, you could
If I
be.
tank it, give me like 200.
Dude, you know drama alert on YouTube? You could be spider alert.
Oh.
Spider alert on YouTube. Like.
That means I take the damage.
No, yeah, exactly. You do it for the world. You do it for
They
the
need
world,
to know.
dude. You could focus exclusively on spider-related content.
God.
Face your fears. Number one, face your fears.
No, I
Number
don't
two,
like Fear Factor.
warn the others. Warn the others about the spiders, Raffy.
About me. Who will warn me?
Figure that out.
Oh,
This is an article I've been wanting to do over a long time.
What about
actually.
me?
Like, no. Are there spiders? Or maybe I'll just make a Twitter account. Like,
No, yeah. Are there spiders? No, dude, make it. Make
Dark
that.
Souls, yes. That's all it tweets.
Make that Twitter account.
You'll review a game. Spiders. Nope.
No, yeah. Make that Twitter account.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z, no.
No. Make that Twitter account, man.
Spiders. It's a Dragon
Midnight
Ball.
Club, no. Need for Speed, no.
Good stuff.
Yes.
0 out
good
of 10 spiders.
Speaking of spiders,
Speaking of
I
spiders,
also watched the Spider-Man.
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 That's
A
the new
bunch of you,
hotness.
50% of this room hasn't watched.
Yes.
yes, I have
Guess
not
who?
watched the Spider-Man.
I just want to tell
That
you
came out on
guys.
Wednesday.
Watch it.
I don't want to jump up your expectations. Just always go low. That's the Raffy mentality. Always
Yes.
go low.
That's you are known for
Yes.
coming in with low expectations.
Yes. AGL. But I will say, Spider-Man Far From Home is a movie.
Yeah, that's what you
Alright.
say when you
Alright.
like it. This is a movie.
It's a movie.
I'm
What?
so excited
It's quite a movie.
to see their treatment of Mysterio because he's
Oh my God.
such a stupid fucking.
He's a silly magician.
He's a
man.
fucking
Dude.
such
You
a
better watch
comic
all
book
that,
villain.
yeah.
I want to see their treatment of it. I cannot wait to watch.
It's a take. It's a take.
Okay.
Can't
Every-
wait for the take.
Emile,
on
every
Rhino.
day you delay your viewing of Spider-Man will give a spoiler of
Eh,
1 minute worth of spoilers.
Why did that sound
You know
like
what?
Joker somehow? Like every day, Batman doesn't give up the count. Someone dies. We will spoil one anime.
Oh man.
Yes, watch it. It's good. Don't watch Men in Black International because that's
Really?
good God, it's
Yeah,
so bad.
I've heard.
I went in
things.
so low, you guys. Like all
went
I
really low?
wanted, all I wanted was Tessa Thompson kicking ass, kicking alien ass. I'm good. That's all I wanted.
Like-
Tessa Thompson.
But
I
But-
tried to
Nothing.
gauge my expectations in MIB3 because
Yeah.
like I enjoyed 2 and 3. MIB4 rather.
Mm.
I enjoyed 2 and 3. I enjoyed 3 very much.
There's a 4.
And I know
I
like,
need
this
to
one is
rewatch.
4, right?
This one is 4.
one is 4.
Okay.
So
I thought
when
I
people
missed the
said
one.
that 4 sucked, and like I know those people didn't like 2 and 3.
I don't think I even watched 3.
But I've talked to some people, even you, that
Yep.
like you said this is worse than 3.
Yes, it's no good. Like it has like it explores some of like MIB.
Were the
Like-
coffee aliens there?
Yes,
They have to be.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
there are some fun little nods like the noisy cricket.
What about the
I'm sure-
Bolchinians?
No,
No Bolchinians?
I
I guess that joke aged poorly.
It only showed up in one movie.
No,
It's
yeah,
still-
that's true.
to an extent I still appreciated too, but it wasn't MIB one.
It
I
was
just want
not.
something
It's not.
to live up to MIB one again.
That's a tall order. And
Yeah, but
one is
like-
pretty darn good.
I don't know why they took it in that direction. Like 2 and 3 are vastly different from 1, and it's like I just want the cool of 1 to be present in a movie somehow. Like even the animated series, those were better sequels than
Yeah.
MIB 2
Those are
and
good.
3. And like this one is no different. It has great story beats. Like it explores some of the. I'm sure no one cares about spoilers. It's a bad fucking.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so explores like what happens if there's corruption in the MIB. That's a cool and interesting
Yeah,
thing,
that sounds
right?
Cool.
That's
Right?
super cool.
And then they pay that off in such a stupid fucking way. Like
It's
Yeah.
like they had the idea but
Yeah.
didn't know how to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
there's also a bit where they have to entertain this ambassador from some
Right, that
Crime.
sounds like an MIB.
crime family, whatever.
Right.
So crime, like an
Like an alien mafia boss.
Alien mafia boss, yes. And then they have to tour him around town, show him a good time, so that they don't blow up the earth.
Right.
And then they have a great line wherein Liam Neeson, who was I think it was Thor, who goes like, "We used to protect the earth from the scum of the universe. Now we're touring them around." Parang like the politics of being the intermediary. They explore that, but like in the end, they have nothing to say about it. They just touch it, and then it's more of like it. I don't know. At some point, it just became like people oogling over Thor.
Really?
And then like Tessa Thompson drops her character. Like it's so sad to watch. Like Tessa Thompson's character was like her bit is like her family encountered like an alien and then encountered the MIB. Her parents got flashy thing. She didn't. So she remembers the encounter.
She remembers the MIB.
She remembers the MIB. Dedicates her whole life to finding the MIB.
Okay.
So that's cool. She ends up doing it.
Mm-hmm.
She ends up doing it. So she's
ends up
basically
joining it too.
ends up finding the MIB, and then that's what her shoe-in is for, like joining the thing.
Right.
I found you, blah blah blah. It's parang I dedicate my life for all that stuff. Once she gets in, like motivations go out the door. Like
completely
she
different
wants
character.
to go on this mission because Thor's in it, and Thor is dreamy.
Oh no!
Like Chris Hemsworth's character is dreamy, so I want to go on that mission.
That sucks.
It's it was undynamic and all that stuff. Like you remember in MIB 1, what the real draw is that Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith are vastly different characters.
And
one of them's straight laced, one of them's a goofball.
And there's like a mentorship going on there, and at the same time there's that straight man and
flamboyant.
No. What's the comedy duo?
I don't know the name of the trope.
Yeah. The straight man and the something.
I
I
the
forget.
big boisterous character, essentially. And that
I know the Japanese term for it. It's bokeh.
Okay.
The bokeh and the straight man.
Okay. So there. I think the first one succeeds because of that dynamic. Like, one is the rowdier dude, and one is the cool, calm professional.
Mm-hmm.
And then their banter, the interaction is what sells the movie.
Exactly.
Their interaction, their relationship, the
It's
dynamic,
character based, as if it's as if good writing, like good character writing, is important.
Contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then here in MIB International, it's like they play the same character. They play the same cool character at times. When they're goofy, they're both goofy. Like when they party, they both party.
No consistency.
No consistency. Like
It's not a character. It's a blank slate that whatever the story serves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
No.
basically.
Yeah. I know of writing like that.
Disappointing.
It's so disappointing, dude. Like, especially since I saw the potential in it and I really wanted it to be good.
Like I really hate movies like that because like when an Adam Sandler movie can be more consistent character wise, you've gone wrong. Yeah. Exactly.
I see.
And like even MIB 2 and 3 still had that opposite dynamic.
Man,
right?
that's super sad.
Where like even,
Josh Brolin.
like in MIB 2, it's Kay coming into terms with the new tech that he's missed out.
Right.
So he's still trying to act like the mentor, but like, no, Kay, you've been out of the game too long. Things are different.
Right.
The cars can fly with the PS1 controller. Stuff like
What is a Game Boy?
Right, and then in 3, it's like it's Jay in the past where things are different.
Right.
So it's still the same kind of thing. But this one is like they're essentially the same character now.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever watched 3, and I don't think I will ever watch 4 because of what you're saying. But in my headcanon, Agent K is secretly an alien, and he retired from the MIB to move to Japan to do odd jobs and promote Boss Coffee. That's my headcanon.
Where is this
Where
come
is
from?
yes?
What?
Where is this coming
wait.
from?
This is an episode of Gintama.
No. Don't you know, like, in Japan, do you know the brand Boss Coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a series of commercials for Boss Coffee which just features Tommy Lee Jones
Yeah.
as a space alien who seems to have retired in Japan.
One of those.
Yeah.
Alright.
And he's doing everyday mundane jobs and always finishes off his day with boss coffee. I'd like to think that's still Agent
That's what
K.
happened.
Yeah, that's
I didn't know the
Agent
part
K,
with
and
the alien.
he retired to Japan.
Or an alien that took on his form.
Exactly. Either or.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
So like when we came back from the theater, we were so disappointed, and I was expressing to Denise like how disappointed I was, and she was like, she's coming from the school of thought where she hasn't watched any of the previous movies.
Yeah.
So she went in with nothing, basically
Okay.
nothing.
How'd you find it?
She went lower than me, basically. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, she whatever. I wasn't thinking of anything to begin with, so yeah. And then what I resolved to doing was we watched MIB 1.
Okay.
And like 5 minutes into the movie, she goes, "Oh shit, this is great!
Oh,
This is
yeah.
way better than the thing we
Yeah.
watched. This first 5
Yeah,
minutes."
because MIB1 has a hook that happens real soon.
Yeah. And then like the chase scene, like
it pulls
that-
you in from Jay's perspective,
And
where
the
there's
puppets.
aliens everywhere.
and they show that Jay is capable. He's very good at his job. And then when he crosses the line, goes over to MIB, that means nothing.
It doesn't
Like,
change.
he's
yeah,
the
he's
rook.
still him.
No, yeah, he's the
yeah,
rookie.
And then they accentuate all the weird bits by showing you like aliens and junk, right?
Right.
Aliens and junk, that's the weird bits, like the thing that's out of this world. But the way they like sell that is they show you a lot of normal first. It looks like a
Right.
very normal
Exactly,
90s
yeah.
action movie, and then at the very end they show some guy like opening the face opens up and then there's an
Yeah,
alien
they
inside.
literally pull back the skin.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. Like, and then at the end of that, we just had this all like, it was clearly a better experience. And where is that? Where is that now? Anyway,
And like MIB had such a sense of wonder. And
Yes.
Yeah.
what you're describing with the fourth movie feels like just a hollow shell
yeah,
of
It
people trying to
sounds like
cash
that.
in on an old franchise.
Yeah.
Because like I remember when I watched MIB the first time, I was like, "Yo, what if I am just seeing the world stupid?"
yeah,
Yeah,
I
right. There was
remember
that sense of
thinking that
wonder.
too.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, what if life is amazing and I'm just missing it?" Yeah, that's the feeling MIB gave me.
There's also this one scene like in MIB 1 that did that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like where Kay goes. 5,000 years ago, we thought the Earth was the center of the universe.
You're going
Exactly.
back.
500 years ago, we thought that the Earth was flat. 5 minutes ago, you thought we were alone in this universe.
Imagine what you'll learn tomorrow.
Right?
Yeah, the sense of
Wow.
wonder. Sense of wonder.
That's
then-
the good line.
And then he gives Jay this whole night on the bench to think about it, whether he joins or not.
Right.
And like, because it comes at a big price of like being.
Losing yourself.
Losing
You have to
yourself.
give up
Yeah.
your identity.
And he goes like, "Is it worth it?"
Right.
As Kay is walking away,
Yeah.
and just Kay nonchalantly goes, "Yeah, it's worth it. If
Yeah.
you're strong enough."
Yeah.
Just walks away.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good.
Such a good
I-
movie.
Anything else happened, my
Yeah,
man?
I
It's
guess
a shame to hear how
that's it.
bad 4 is.
So,
It's so.
That means we gotta watch Spider-Man.
yeah, we gotta watch Spider-Man.
Watch boys.
Spider-Man.
So, are we falling down the elevator shaft, Mr.
Oh!
Host? Okay, Chad.
Let's start.
Recommend-
No way.
Is Chad aware of this?
Oh yes.
He's shadow-
This elevate. This must have been
Yeah,
really
he was here
confusing.
before when you
Okay.
were absent.
Recommends lang, recommends.
Recommends.
Alright, we're gonna wreck it. I'm going to recommend versus Barcade PH every Thursday. There's this thing called 8 Beats.
Damn it, I
8
was
bits.
gonna,
8-bit beats.
I was gonna recommend
bits
that.
and beats.
8 bits and beats.
God
Yeah.
damn it. I was gonna recommend that.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Um,
it's your thing.
We've
Don't
been hanging
recommend
out.
No, we have been.
F14
We have been.
anymore.
We've been hanging out at that place for weeks now. Like every Thursday, we're out there. I'm selling art. Emile's visiting and showing his friends around, and like people
Doing business.
doing business also.
Mhm.
It's a great place. There are lots of like retro arcade machines and emulation cabinets that are up there.
They have the old school Ninja Turtles beat 'em up games.
Yeah, where Shredder is in a sleeveless shirt
They
instead
have
of armor.
They have a Spider-Man pinball machine.
Pac-Man, table flipping game.
Galaga.
Yeah, I think I
the
saw
works,
that
the
at
works.
BGC,
works.
but I haven't tried visiting inside.
No, yeah, it's pretty cool. We're there on Thursdays.
Yeah. That's their usual like gaming night. There's also they usually focus on a different game every week. It was Galaga, and then it was Marvel vs. Capcom
Miss
last
Pac-Man.
week. Miss Pac-Man.
I believe
Street Fighter.
I believe this week it was whoever had the longest win streak in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah,
Yo,
OG
that sounds fun.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
OG Marvel
MVC
vs.
won?
Capcom. MVC won.
Yeah.
And
With
like,
the random assists.
the guy who walked
Yeah.
away with the championship had a 12-win streak.
Nice. Did he know how to do combo?
He
Little bit.
a little bit
Little
bit
bit.
of combo.
Little
You
bit.
can know someone who can, you know,
Yeah.
make
There's
that
out there?
streak.
Nice.
It's very, very casual.
Very
So
casual.
If,
Very
if
casual.
any of you want to invade and just beat
The
ass,
pre-release of arcade game.
No, yeah. Very casual, even playing field.
this week and Thursday, it's going to be OG SF2.
SF2
Yeah,
again. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna start like
Win
that.
streaks
Cool,
on
cool.
SF2.
All right, so that's my bit versus Barcade, 8 bits and beats.
Would
I'm
you?
gonna wreck it.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I got excited for a second.
Oh, we're falling.
Who's next? Who would wreck something?
Oh, it's up to me now.
Yeah, it's
we
up to
gotta save
you.
us all. I'm gonna recommend Netflix because they just
In
got
general.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh shit! Hold on,
Nice.
I forgot.
For
Yeah,
real?
That's the other one I've been watching.
No
So
way.
that is a pleasant TV show.
Aw.
It's nice, it's heartwarming. They tackle a lot of like black representation early on, and like for a show in the '90s, that's really important.
Yeah, of course.
Hell yeah.
It's a good show. Like the humor is, it's not like Keenan and Kel where it's absurdly stupid,
Yeah.
and it's not like Friends where it's like, oh, sex jokes everywhere. It's a good family friendly show. And
Fun.
Will Smith still had life in his eyes.
Does he
fun.
not anymore?
Kinda.
Okay.
He always looks like he's gonna cry in his movies. I don't know why. But yeah, that's a good.
That's just Ali, dude.
It's a really easy show to watch. Like something you can have on in the background.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm gonna eat dinner. I have nothing to watch. Fresh Prince.
Oh,
No, yeah, that sounds
good.
perfect.
I
That
think it's
actually
made for
sounds
that.
perfect.
It's great. It's a great show.
That'll go down real smooth.
And I showed you Raffy that scene where Will's dad visits, right? And how
Yeah,
heavy that
so
scene
good.
was.
What a scene.
I can't wait to get there.
What a freaking scene,
Because
dude.
it's real good.
Even then, he had like Will Smith had like serious acting shots.
Oh, dude, yeah,
Like,
and
he
that
made
was
me feel.
that was his I think debut to the world.
Yeah, that's what
That
he's
was his
best
first
known
show.
from.
Yeah,
All right,
solid show. Watch it. It's
you
great.
gonna wreck it.
I'm gonna wreck it.
You're gonna wreck
From
it.
Philadelphia,
Alright.
born and raised.
Yo, Chad,
Chadaloo.
Mr. Guestman, what would you wreck to our audience?
We're dead. I'm kidding.
No,
No, no,
Actually,
no,
I was
no.
thinking of food, but
Food,
last
go for it.
episode,
No, no,
I think
no.
last episode
no,
was
man.
shared food.
whichever.
No, whichever. Go,
That
man.
was a game.
He
it's
he
not.
recommended FF14 like
For 3 weeks in a row.
Wait.
No, I'm gonna continue to streak with games with them.
Okay,
Okay.
But this time, you guys gonna play. You should buy Bloodstained.
Oh,
Yes.
dude,
Nice. Good.
The second I get that
Damn
cash
it,
money,
It's currently
that
on
cash
sale
money.
on Steam, like 750.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
that's the
Outside-
best chance to buy it cheap.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Yeah, it's a big, tribute to the Metroidvania from Igarashi. And
All
I
of
think
it's
some of our
there.
friends managed to finish the game and they
Yeah.
all liked it.
Jason finished it twice.
Yeah.
which is
Yep, yep,
So,
New
yeah,
Game Plus. And,
I'm planning to buy it like this weekend.
you
Before
know,
the
get
sale
my
ends.
salary, baby.
you know how
Bloodstained.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night had the inverted castle?
Yeah,
This one just straight gives you an ability to invert the stage.
For real?
Yeah,
That's cool.
It's a skill.
Man.
It's great. It does all the things you want. The voice of Alucard, I think, plays the librarian.
Oh,
yeah.
Who looks like a vampire.
Cool.
But he has black hair. And underneath his seat is a gap.
So you,
Oh,
you,
no.
you do the
Them
super
gravity
jump.
boots.
You do the super jump thing into his butt.
I was watching M's from Noobs and Cube stream. And
Yeah.
there's a hole under his seat. Gotta get the space boot.
You gotta get the space boots and knock him out of his chair.
There's gonna be something under there.
David here
You know what we're talking about, Raffy?
No.
Yeah.
Raffy has this look on his face.
David
Yeah.
Hayter, the voice of Solid Snake,
Solid
plays a
Zangief.
samurai.
Oh, that's good.
Solid Zangets.
wake the fuck up,
It's
samurai.
weird. It's weird hearing him say Japanese attack
Oh,
with his Solid Snake
solid
voice.
snake
Yeah.
voice.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a definite must buy.
Dude, yes.
For anyone who likes,
That was
side scrolling
Yes,
Metroidvania.
I gotta get on that.
I have
Do it.
my eyes
Do it.
on Bloodstained and CTR next swell.
Same.
Nice. Solid.
Ooh, that's a good wall, Chad. That's a good wall.
What
Okay.
about you, Emile?
So it is now up to me.
Yes.
Okay. So
Wreck us.
No
what do you
more
call it?
FF14.
I have gotten into this habit.
Yeah.
For the past few weeks.
Yeah.
And only recently has the habit stopped because the store I've been going to has stopped selling them because
Oh,
they seem to
shit.
be out of stock. But
Uh-oh.
the one thing I've gotten into lately is eating fresh fruit.
Hey, dude, let me give you a high five.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
I like
specifically, I've been me and Don have been buying this jar of sliced peaches that we very much enjoy, but the fucking grocery store near our place has stopped selling the peaches. They sell mandarin oranges now.
How dare they?
The peaches need to come back. Everyone needs to have peaches in their refrigerator because when you're getting snacky at night, when you want something sweet, when you want something not so filling, enjoyable, refreshing, you go get them peaches.
It's perfect for the hot weather.
Exactly.
Ask,
That's why Mario loves them.
Or not?
No,
those
dude,
are
no.
mushrooms, Raffy.
This is specifically okay. Full circle, boys. First, full circle. This is specifically a jar of Dole peaches.
We're back to Dole.
Dole
Oh my
peaches.
god.
I think it's time
so
to get
they must
sponsored,
be
boys.
really tasty and delicious, like all Dole products.
Dude, not just peaches. Peaches in light syrup. In light syrup.
Full of nutrients and vitamins.
I feel refreshed just hearing
Dude,
about
think
that.
about it. No.
Holy
Just
crap.
imagine,
Yeah.
like middle of the night,
Yeah.
like
You just watch some wrestling.
yeah. Just watch some
You're
wrestling.
super tired.
Like super tired. Like you can't sleep yet.
Yeah.
Like usually this would be about the time where you'd get up, make a sandwich, or maybe you pour yourself a glass of water.
Yeah.
But no,
No.
you remember a while ago you heard Emile's advice. You bought some peaches.
I'm craving for some peaches right now.
You crack open that jar. You pour some peaches into a bowl. You cover it in that light syrup.
Ooh.
Right?
Lights. There.
Then you put the peach in your mouth. You chew. It bursts into like these little flavor nodules.
Yeah.
Nodules.
Refreshing.
Dude.
Flavor.
Yeah.
Nutrition. Fruits.
Yeah.
The nobility of these peaches.
Yeah, the nobility.
Bursting with juice.
Peaches in light syrup?
Sploosh.
I'm gonna wreck it.
The best hard shell for
Dude,
peaches.
Dole, you gotta get on this.
Sometimes we gotta pitch this
You
thing
gotta
to Dole.
pitch this thing to Dole. Oh man, I love your.
We love you, Dole.
Dude. Dole, if you're listening, please restock the light peach. Please restock the peaches in light syrup in the grocery store of SM Aura. I need them. I need them.
No, send
no,
them a message on Facebook.
You can't.
We usually reply.
Dude, you can't just replace the whole shelf of peaches in light syrup with mandarin oranges in light syrup. You can't.
It's not the same.
You can't do that. You just. I bought the last jar.
You robbed someone of their peaches,
No,
dude.
those are my peaches. You shut up.
They were they were destined for you.
No, I wreck this.
Yeah.
Go out there, look for your peaches.
Yeah.
Get some fruit in
Maybe
that
they're
diet.
still growing them because you took everything.
Was that a good
That's
trade,
good.
boys?
That was indeed
That
a
sounds like
good
a good
trade.
trade.
Was that a good trade, Chad?
Good
Yes.
trades.
I think we've taken lethal damage.
Yes.
Lethal.
Yes.
But
so
I'm slowly recuperating with
Recuperating.
peaches.
with peaches.
Get that
So if you want to
revitalized
support,
peach juice.
want to
so
support
peachy.
good trades, you can find.
You can do it, Raffy.
Yeah. So if you want to support good trades in this man's peach addiction, like it seems like
Fucking love peaches.
peaches, we gotta enroll him in Peaches Anonymous or something. No, but peaches are good. They're healthy. Yes.
Dude, I haven't even bought cream. Think about
Nice,
that.
nice.
You just threw me for a loop a second there.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but yes.
Imagine if I bought cream.
Imagine.
Imagine.
Yeah, and while you're imagining, you can find old episodes of Good Trades and new ones on our Facebook page, iTunes,
Spotify.
Podbean.
Zoom.
Huzzah.
LimeWire. Somebody has to say LimeWire. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Bitcom, No.
Podfinder or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. OneCast. Oh, there's a legit one.
Wait, iTunes doesn't exist anymore. Apple Podcasts.
Apple
There you go.
Podcasts.
Is that
You
the
are
thing?
correct.
Yeah,
Now,
okay,
yes,
Apple
yes, that is the
Podcasts.
correct
So
platform.
silly, but it's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All that good stuff always there. Also, of course, Anchor.
Mm-hmm. Anchor as well.
That's the main thing.
And if you would like to help us keep the lights on, help the show running, you can find us on...
Patreon.com/GoodTradesBrigade.
Yes, and for the price of a coffee, you could help this show keep going, keep getting good equipment, keep the lights on, keep the production rolling. We very much appreciate it. The best of trade
Is the peach of trade.
at I wasn't going anywhere with
Oh,
that.
sorry.
But, I was just going with
I got you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate
The
it.
goodest trade.
Yo, Chad, where can they find you?
Oh yeah, you can follow us on our website, ReimaruFiles.com,
Yes,
as
sir.
well on our social media channels on Facebook, Reimaru Files, on Instagram and Twitter, and also on our YouTube channel. So this coming weekend we'll be showing
Ooh.
games I like to play episode for July,
Cool.
Ooh.
and our podcast from our experience on ToyCon 2019.
Where else can they
Nice.
find you? Do you guys have like a DeviantArt,
Yeah, dude.
a Pinterest?
Well, actually,
don't
we're
look
planning
up.
to
Eight
set up.
muses.
We're planning to set up our RF Talk episodes on Spotify, but
Yo,
we're still
nice.
fixing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Noise.
So yeah, so hopefully we could probably do more regular podcast episodes.
Yeah.
And
Sick.
yeah,
we
but
can
probably
put you on
could.
that track.
Yeah, we probably could do something. I'm planning to do an article about the pre-release experience on MTG.
Sick.
Fine.
So yeah, it's something to share on newcomers, maybe to encourage them to try out MTG as a whole.
The world could
Yeah.
always use more wizards.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's get
Well,
more
Brave
cardboard
Walkers-
crack out there.
And to all you listeners out there, if you guys would like to send us in some questions, where
Yep.
can they send in the questions, Raffy?
To Good Trades Brigade
At
at
gmail.com.
gmail.com.
That's goodtradesbrigade@gmail.com. Or if you are already a follower of our Facebook page, that's
Yes.
www.facebook.com/goodtradesbrigade, you can send in a message over there and we will be sure to read it out and try our best to answer it for you.
Surely.
The best of trades. Give us a question, we'll give you an answer. That's a trade. That's a big trade.
It was the best of trades.
It was the worst of trades.
Keep it going, everyone.
Keep it going, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Keep it going.
Damage.
Peaches.
Faster.
Oh, dude, peaches. They fucking ran out of peaches.
It's so refreshing.
Dude, so
I was reminded of
They
peaches.
fucking
Light
ran out
syrup.
of peaches.
light
I-
syrup.
That's the best. Like that's God's best invention.
You know, sometimes
like Dole's peaches. It's my favorite invention since The Rock.
sometimes I'll like pour a bunch in a bowl, eat all the peaches, and just drink the
Drink the
syrup.
juice.
Emile, stop complaining about the peaches stocks. Get on Mandarin Orange.
No,